What's going on, everybody? This is Trainload04 hashtag Trainsrock here, and I am doing something a little special. As you may already have seen from KaneFan701's stream that he just finished a couple of minutes ago, I happened to be I happened to be a part of the party. So in return, I will be doing a reaction to Ghost Train: The Untold Story of Timothy, his first series. He has allowed me to, he's given me full permission to react to it without any issues. And if there are any, just for a note, there are absolutely any of the music that is in the video, I do not own. I am not, all the music that belong to their rightful owners. And if I must feel the song is copyrighted, I will turn off the volume turn off down the volume or turn it off or just mute the video entirely until that song has ended, to avoid a copyright strike. So, without any delays, I would just like to say a couple things that I am doing a little bit of a stream for today, because I figured that since I have learned so much about this, that I give a little, so I just shed some light on some things, pretty much. I just figured that I should do something to give you guys a little bit of content, as I'm kind of having a little storage issues with my phone. So while I wait to decide when what I want to delete and what I want to clear out, I'm going to be doing some StreamYards with live streams. Now, my special guest should be coming in. He hasn't showed up yet. I hope he shows up. I don't know. Sorry about the wait. It's just that I'm waiting to do something. First off, I'm gonna go to my channel and copy the link to my stream. Let's see here, going back to the other one. Well, I might as well start sharing my screen and getting ready to show off the movie. if my computer can handle this. Because I don't know if my computer will be able to handle this stream. Here we go, share audio. Okay, there we go. This should be. I hope this is gonna look alright. This is gonna look bad. Hold on. Let me try this again. Let's try this now. Let's see how this is gonna look. Well, we'll start the reaction now, and hopefully when my special guest comes, he'll be here.
There have been so many stories and legends being told on the island of Sodor. Most of them were brought up whenever long periods of fog and mist came, and the engines would bring up these supernatural tales. There was one story in particular that had recently been brought up, one that gave children.
Also, if I've already noticed, is that in the written Ghost Train, the Untold Story of Timothy, Tornado is a male in this one. However, in the second movie, it's a female this time. Just wanted to mention that.
Nightmares in the worst way. Once upon a time, there was an engine who used to work on Sodor, long before Thomas came in 1915. The story went something like this.
Island of Sodor, Knapford Harbor, 1914. Also, here's a little we have a little cameo from Toby, or one of possibly Toby. I don't know. And here's the main one of our main characters in the film, and it's of this movie's namesake.
Early one night, there was a steam engine waiting at the docks to take his 6 small wheels, except he was painted silver and had the number 0 on his side. His name was Timothy. He was an old but kind engine, with a broad smile and wrinkles at the end of his mouth. All the passengers climbed on board the coaches, and the guard blew his whistle.
Before I forget, I just wanted to really give a great shout out to CaneFan701. This may be one of his older work, one of the older work projects that he did, but it really was really was good it was really good in my opinion. It's just from start to finish, it is a really great series, and I really just wanted to say this. I don't know if he is, but he probably is. If you are watching this Kane fan, I really had fun and have a great time watching this, and then I wanted to do something to dedicate my way of saying thank you for such a great times that I've had, and all those streams we've been in together. They're really great. You make me, not only make me laugh, but you make everybody you chat with laugh really hard. It's really good to have a great chat with you, buddy. And looks like looks like we got our visitor. Everyone, this is my special guest, Brandon.
Hello.
I've already started the film, but welcome aboard.
Oh, yes. Pleasure to be here.
Yeah, so we've just gotten to this part already. I was just saying thanks to CaneFan701 for good things.
Oh, yes, of course.
And while you're at it, since you are also well known for this, also, if you didn't know, if you look in the Safe Haven Discord server, I made you and him co-owner.
Okay.
And me as obviously the owner of the server. I gave some moderators. You're pretty much an administrators there too.
All right.
So let's get this started, shall we? Also, let me know if you can hear the
Full steam
audio.
ahead, Timothy.
Oh, I can hear it.
Okay, good. So sure. Let's hopefully this is gonna be a normal. Please let this be a normal train trip. I hope. Or so we think. Dun dun dun. Not good. So, well, while we're letting Timothy do his little run up the hill, care to introduce yourself, Brandon?
Yes. So, yes, it is I, Optimusprime2471. Uh, been I've been on the YouTube universe for 10 years now. Despite some ups and downs and whatnot, I've been able to persevere. In saying that, of course, I'm a very talented creator, and let's just say I do a lot of various things on the channel. It's just so amazing.
Mm-hmm. Well, Kane's speaking now, and for the narrator speaking again. So,
Soon puffing down the line in the countryside, with the rails humming.
I also made it to where if there's certain songs that I find that may be copyrighted, I'm gonna either just turn down the volume or just turn them off, or just turn off the volume.
All right.
So,
As they approached the first station, it happened.
oh boy.
The driver applied the brakes, but Timothy kept
Oh
on
no.
going and shot past the station. He started to go faster and faster. Timothy, what are you doing?
Good question. Uh-oh,
Timothy
this is
didn't
not
answer.
good.
He just kept on going. Suddenly, they were switched off the wrong line, heading away from the main line.
Timothy, come back! Oh no.
Then the driver and fireman saw in horror that they were
Oh
heading
no.
towards a cliff where a viaduct was to be built.
What is Timothy? What are you gonna do?
You will kill us
Please,
all!
Timothy, do something.
The driver and fireman scrambled and
Oh,
fiddled
no.
with the controls.
Timothy, what are you doing? Timothy, please say
But
something.
it was no use.
Say something. Oh my goodness, that is not what I was expecting. Oh God. Oh, okay, then that just happened. That just happened.
Damn.
Okay, I was not expecting that. Timothy, what happened to you? What happened to the cheerful little, kind little side? If I remember correctly, I heard him say, "You're an old but kind engine." Where the heck did this come from? Oh boy, looks like we're in for a wild ride.
The train had crashed through the blockade and fallen into the ravine below, killing everyone on board.
Oh boy.
Timothy and his crew were also killed upon impact. There was no eyewitnesses and no survivors.
Oh, that sucks.
The wreck was found by the workmen the following day.
If you could do me a favor, Brandon, keep an eye on the comments that come in and come in.
Being blown up.
Yes, of course.
If there even are going to be any.
When investigators came, they had very little evidence to go on. But the bodies of the driver and fireman were found, and they thought they had tried to save the locomotive and the passengers, but couldn't in time. Investigators ruled it as a normal tragic train accident with mechanical failure to the controls.
That was no normal train accident.
Crash.
Many years later. Oh boy, what a great start to this. This is a great start. Well, so far, if I can gather, I've already got a lot of things that I just gotta gotta collect. First of all, Timothy literally just randomly just suddenly became demonic and just basically yeeted himself and everybody on board of his train off a cliff.
Yeah.
Oh boy, let's see what's going on years later from this incident. Hey, what do you know? The
Years
viaduct's built.
later, the construction of the viaduct was commenced. However, after the rails were laid and the final works to it were being made, many workmen and railway staff reported seeing a ghost train rushing by, whistling fit to burst and cursing in a demonic voice before screaming into the darkness and disappearing.
Now, for you guys wondering, this is gonna be my first time fully watching it from beginning to end for as long as I can until we run out of time. But I personally I've actually haven't gotten to fully watch the whole thing for myself, like fully for the first time. This is my first time watching it all in one time. I've seen only little snippets and bits in here and there, so I'm very familiar with what's coming up next. And if I remember correctly, there's only a little bit that I know that I've seen because this is going to be my first time fully watching this because I never fully watched the first one. I fully watched the second one, as you remember from the stream with Kane Fan, but this is going to be first time for watching it all the way through. No cuts, no leaving and just forgetting about the film, nothing. Watching it on its entirety.
Indeed.
Many witnesses didn't know that it was the ghost of Timothy haunting the viaduct, but nobody really knew whether to believe it or not. But it was, according to those who had heard about the story.
And every year, on the date of his suicidal accident, he runs again as a warning to others, plunging into the gap, shrieking like a lost soul. Now then, it's on to the opening sequence and credits. While we're at this, he has returned from the dead and runs once more. So, what do you think so far, Brandon?
Well, I mean, that's quite a way to start a film.
Yeah. But like I said, like I've said already to you guys, this is sort of like Kane Fan 701 and Thomas Fan Forever presents. Yep, Timothy just has to make his presence known. Ghost Train, the Untold Story of Timothy. And for you guys, since I've seen only snippets of it, if I remember correctly, there's a little jump scare at the end of it, so just a little heads up. Based on the story from Creepypasta and fanfic adaptation by KaneFan701. Music by Kevin MacLeod, Michael Darnell, and Junior Campbell. Woolly Bear number 6 films. And also this music is and any of the music in here, again, I don't own any of this music. These guys right here are the proud owners of all this music. This is all their right. It's all their belongs rightfully to their rightful owners, which are on screen right now. And as I said, I don't own any of the music at all. So just giving you a heads up. I'm not kidding you, Brandon. I'm actually shivering because I know it's coming after the credits.
I see.
Models by Wild Nor'Wester, SI3D, or Soda Island 3D, and the Sudrian community. Yeah, I still can't believe that close to Wild Nor'Wester. Clip shots by Thomas Fan Forever, Daniel Quinns, and Shine Ortiz. But yeah, because I know, like I said, I know what's coming. Screen caps by Daniel Quinn, Thomas Forever, and Pudge Mountain. Edited by CaneFan701. There he goes. I'm taking off my headphones because I know it's coming. And boom. There we go. And here we have Edward. First other main character who's gonna be probably.
Timothy's Untold
There's
Story
Gordon
was so
and
dark
Alice.
that if any children were told about it by mishap, they would get
Henry.
nightmares and scream out at
Hannah
night.
and James.
But the story was never revealed to the
Rosie and
Controls
Emily.
engines.
And still the old SI3D or the Wild Nor'Wester models. And here's Edward again, passing by it. And there's Percy, our little green engine.
Mm-hmm.
Stupid owl.
One foggy evening, Percy was returning home after a hard day's work at the docks. He was tired and in need of a long rest. He was traveling along a route which he knew of. It was a shortcut to get home. Percy knew where he was, even in the dark.
It should be long now, for I'm nearing Crow's Farm Crossing.
And also, please, I've asked this question too about Percy's voice. No, yes, he does sound like Mickey, but it is not Mickey Mouse. Just gonna point that out.
Crow's Farm Crossing was located near Heckenbeak, which was a small hamlet serving as a halt.
Heckenbeak. Geez, how many bird references are going to be in this area?
Yeah, good question.
Continued his run, the rails hummed, and the signal lights shone green.
Nice little reference to the original episode of the Ghostly Trick episode. And speaking of which, the thing about this movie, is that it's supposed to be a play on of a quote unquote rumor from the episode Ghost Train, or as Americans know it as Percy's Ghostly Trick, which surprisingly, who joined in?
Then he that was not familiar to him.
I know Glenn in the chat says that he's...
Oh.
Hello,
hey, what's up?
I saw you were doing a video, so I thought, okay, I'll pop in. And if you want to do a reaction, I can try and explain to you as we go along, since what we do while we continue on moving.
Yeah, this is my first time. Watching it full on without anything. So
don't worry, because it's just the three of us. I will try and talk you all the way through with commentary.
All right, sounds good.
The shots that you see here is actually early shots at the time. This was when I had only me, Jerome, and a couple of other shots. And what you're seeing here is done by my old buddy Daniel Quinn from Southampton, who did some early shots here for me. And this was the first scenery. And just remember, I was only discovering about Wild Nor'Wester's Mars at the time, and of course, I didn't really know about. I didn't know about the whole route, about this being Crow's Farm Crossing, so I got it kind of wrong because I was only getting back into trains at the time.
Percy was getting more confused.
So I thought this was Crow's Farm Crossing at the time.
About to cross Crow's Farm Crossing, he and his crew both
gasped in horror as I felt the winds of in front of them. Welcome to your gravestone.
Hey, quick, maybe come out. Also, let's just say that this was also, like I said, some of the editing in this is not all completely good, but it was for its time.
Seriously, I watched it anytime. It still looks accurately good.
Yeah, the bit where you say the bits where you hear the screeching sounds coming back, that was supposed to sound like Timothy screaming.
Yeah, I already knew that was coming because
the cab. No one was there.
And also, this was the only time I've ever actually narrate.
When was that?
Good question, driver.
It looked like an engine.
There's David Lambert, aka Pudge of Mountain, the softest bastard, apparently doing this.
That was a ghost train.
Jesus,
That's
stop me.
the one that we were told about. But
That's mate, and that is also TC.
I know. I already point.
I had to make
Yeah,
Percy.
I already said to the viewers about that.
Yeah, I had to make Percy like a funny character because I had to keep someone in a light mood for the audience. If any children are around, Percy's there to act like it.
With a pause,
Oh.
he began to remember something from long ago.
This technically in the timeline is supposed to take place in
Remember the time I told you
2015.
about the ghost story about the one that I saw the night
Oh, by the
before
way,
and
Kane
was to be
fan.
a-
I already told Brandon, but on my Safe Haven Discord server, I made you two both co-owner,
Oh, thank you very much. That means
as well as then I made myself the owner because heaven forbid I'm not.
well, don't say that.
Yeah, but I decided to give you guys a little treat. So I already earlier when I was before the drive before you said full steam ahead, Timothy, I kind of gave you a thank you thing. You'll see it later when you can rewatch this.
pretend ghosts on television. I'm just beginning to think that possibly. No,
Oh,
I'm not kidding here. I believe that now it was not a fake story
Essentially.
at all. It
it
was
was
real. I was wrong.
The ghost train was real.
Okay, basically just reacting. You're not just reacting, you're just mimicking.
He was believing the
I know.
story
I'm
that he
sorry.
had told
I'm
him.
losing my brain
But
here.
even he was starting to have second doubts about it.
Yeah, apparently I was just trying to sound like Ringo Starr in a Montoya way here. But the thing was, apparently I was narrating this and Timothy, but that put such a bad tone on my voice, so I never voice narrating again.
And he was still thinking about it when he made it back.
This is all to do with in my early days. Apparently, at the time, I was only getting into Wild in the West's content at the time, so this was at the time groundbreaking.
But just who was the mysterious and horrifying ghost engine that he and his crew saw?
This is basically like a modern take on the Railway series a bit, but it has a little TVS edge to it, which is why I did a combo of both Ghost Train from the television series and the Railway series, and just modernized it.
The next morning, Percy was still feeling shocked from last night. All day, he kept on thinking about who the ghost train was.
I mean, I would love to do a remake on this, but it'd be a little different.
Or still made up.
You know, who knows?
Mhm.
If I was to reboot this again, I would have you guys maybe with me.
I'd
The
be
little
happy to
green
be
engine
honored
could
to be a
remember
part
the
of it if
time
you were.
Years ago, he was told about it, and then telling about it to Thomas and Toby.
That's a railway reference.
Believe it?
Yep.
And later got a fright
This
from
whole
Percy
episode is
after his
technically
accident with
a
line.
extended version of that
It all
episode.
seemed like yesterday.
That bit there was supposed to happen in 1972, the day the book was released. That's where he did the ghost prank. So that's the year he was in it.
Ah,
At the sheds, Thomas and Toby
This is
were
in
big
2015. Remember. So at this point, Thomas is 100 years old in this
but
movie.
what had changed?
ah.
The mist had come down, and it was crawling along the rails.
And I was trying to keep it close. I was trying to keep this as close as possible
In the mail train.
at the time in the writing. There were some scenes that we couldn't put in, and some scenes that we just would not allow in.
Himself.
Ah, okay.
Percy, are you okay?
Thomas, you might find this crazy, but it's hard to believe. But I saw a ghost train. It's not like any other. It's so scary and very demonic, as if it came from the underworld. And when I saw it, it was
Yeah. Oh no! But I'm Paul Bearer, the murder of the Undertaker. Oh no! Yeah. So yeah, I know. I couldn't help that. At the time, it was hilarious back then. Nowadays, Percy sounding like Mickey Mouse. That line's kind of
It's me, Percy, the mouse.
it's kind of more like annoying nowadays, but you know, and
Yeah.
it's like an overkill phrase now. Because if I
Oh
was
God.
if I was to reboot this, I'd probably give Percy a new voice actor.
Yeah, there's this couch outside that's been sitting. There's this like this rocking chair that's outside of my neighbors across the street that's going for garbage. And it's when I first saw it, I thought it was a giant thumbs up because it's on it facing it to its forward, facing to its side to my end view. That was just a giant thumbs up.
So opened my eyes, it was gone.
That's some story. And most of all over the top. A ghost train that looks demonic. That's mostly something you'd see out of a horror movie.
Did you get a good view of it? What did he look like?
I couldn't tell. It was happening so fast.
Surely your mind was only playing a trick on you. Or perhaps you're remembering about the event years ago when you pulled off that ghost prank on me when you were pretending to be the ghost train from that made-up story your driver told you.
Roll credits.
That's just it, Thomas. Remember when my driver told me about that story? He now thinks that it's real, and the ghost train does indeed exist.
Wait. This was all made up. And now years later, your driver's changing it to thinking it's real. Come on, Per. See, ghost stories are there for a reason. They're there to give us a scare, and not like in scaring us to death or something.
You can all go on about this, but that ghost train story that I told Percy a long time ago seems to come back and haunt me.
What do you mean?
The story that I told was for real. When I was looking through the documents of past accidents and incidents, I stumbled across one that had not been looked at in a very long time. The record showed about an engine who had a tragic crash and left behind a haunting story that was only have been recently told. The event happened a long time ago, way before Thomas, Percy, and Toby came to the railway. The train was taking passengers home when, according to the reports from the investigators, its brakes failed and the engine continued on going until it ran off a cliff, which was where the viaduct was built many years later. The engine crashed, killing everyone. But as the decades went by, witnesses claimed to have seen a ghost train running along the
Yeah, again, there was not much I could do this. I had to put up with what I could do, unfortunately. That's why this is the reason why.
I'm taking off my headphones because I know
The
it's
engine
coming.
had a very cold presence, one that I
Okay, I still can't remember how I did that sick laughter at that point there. That was really good.
Boom again.
Yeah. Like
There
I
we
said, when I did that sick laughter, I don't know how I did that when I did the infamous. You know,
Wheels.
I don't know how I did that. That was just pretty cool.
Who was he?
The engine's overall appearance.
It was just like you, Thomas.
And his name was
Timothy.
Or better words, basically, it was himself as a zombie. Well, bless my bell.
Bell.
Well, bless my bell.
So the ghost train that I
Season
saw.
5 reference.
Ah.
It seems to be now that
Well,
I remember,
bless my
it
bell.
the story of
Or in this case, well, bless my arse.
Was it anything he looked like?
I couldn't. And Thomas was in shock.
Yeah.
Toby, did you just say bless your arse? You don't even have one. It's a figure of speech, Thomas. Have you ever heard of comedy?
No, actually.
And you broke up on the wrong side of the chat.
How is this even possible that he can resemble
Seriously,
me?
that's why I said in the bin that again. But whenever I thanked you earlier in the stream, I literally mentioned that you not only make me laugh, but anybody you chat with.
Nice.
Yeah. Moving on.
No one replied.
Oh, so much for moving on then.
Yeah, the crew is just
Thomas
the
was
workmen
still
are just
in a
like,
state of
keep on cleaning,
Toby
keep
was
on cleaning.
confused,
Don't
and
say
Percy
anything.
was left with so many questions flying around.
Neil's talking as well.
Yes, like we got to make certain that the NSFW parts of the engines are not shown.
Had been told at last.
Well, we now know that Thomas has a brother, but the thing is, though, he doesn't remember. The thing is because he's old now, he doesn't even remember. That's the reason why Thomas acts up the way he does in this.
Wait, but I mean, wouldn't Timothy be Thomas's would Timothy be the father to Thomas then?
No, his brother. You know, and Thomas has gone older. It's like he's had dementia or something.
Okay, so, but would Uncle Thomas be the father to both Timothy and Thomas?
We don't know, unless Mr. Brighton. I don't know. But in any case, it's Daniel Quinn. He did some shooting here, as you can see.
Normal. Thomas, Toby, and Daisy took passengers.
Those coaches from that way looked almost just like freight cars for a second. I really don't like the RWS version of Daisy. I'm sorry.
I love the RWS version of.
I'm okay with both. I've just gotten so used to the Railway series.
Yeah, it's just because of the fact that she had an incarnated face instead of a normal one like she has now. She had an imprinted face.
Well, at least she wasn't a female Boko.
That's what when I watched Calling All Engines as a kid. I thought that I did see some striking resemblance to the both of them, just not really.
And I know I hate to put this in shipping wise, but I also used to think that Boko and Daisy would have made a unique couple.
Shippers to your keyboard. Never mind.
Yeah, thanks, Neil. It wasn't me shrieking. I was laughing though. But at the time, I was laughing like. Yeah, but when I was laughing, I never thought that's psychotic. That's the reason why I can be a little bit of a sicko in the head at times if I'm in my brother's voice. Yeah, so Timothy broke new grounds for me.
The branch line was
That
getting
shine
more
on
busy
Ted's shot there, that's one of the first ones I used
and progressed.
back in the early days when we were together. There's Jerome. Most of the shots were done by Jerome at this point.
Thomas
As you can see, most of this was not really good. So this was like an early filming, but at the time I was really a good editor. But we had to use what we could use at the time. That's why that's why I just said in the last movie, you know, when I did Ghost Train 2, it surpassed the other two in good quality.
Yeah.
Toby and Percy were sent
And there's that infamous YouTube poop section where it says the words padding, padding, padding. I don't know what. But what was all that about?
Yeah, and I still won't forget when Timothy was like, "Oh, I'm going to say the word."
That's right now. Yeah, I know.
No, I was like this. That's racist.
Yeah.
You've offended him.
White supremacy for life. Yep, and there's Edward making his first. Well, we didn't know what Edward was going to do, but we were trying to get used to him at the time.
Yeah. Oh yes, I mean, because we see that Jedward here is just resting in the siding as he's being looked over.
Again, Daniel Quinn, my buddy from Southampton, did plenty of filming in this.
As they watched the train depart, the subject
back when he did have trains
began to play on their minds again.
Familiar sequence. Hey, what do you know? This is different, actually. That's different. You never see in the TV series, you never saw them use this left track. It always was abandoned.
Yeah.
Well.
Oh, hold the phone. I see what this is. That's the shed where Thomas met Birdie for the first time.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, that's the garage there. That's where
Yeah. Only season 1 did you get to see this. And of course, guess what else? And Daniel Quinn did that in one take, and James popped in perfect timing. It was one of the best ones he took.
Yeah, I mean, we can see that. Like also Bulgy and Trevor the Tractor Engine also reside in that shed. So I mean,
we were trying to do like a season 1 reference there.
We're totally exhausted.
Yeah,
Toby's the only one who sleep.
Yeah, because he already fell asleep instantly. They were supposed to be in the sheds, but we didn't know what we were doing.
Some days later, Percy was making his way back home. He followed the same shortcut, passing
again using Freddy Krueger's theme song.
Green signals.
Is this a copyrighted song?
It was, but thankfully though we didn't get hit at the time. We got away with it.
Okay.
Because at the time I put it in the description box and I got away scot-free.
Yeah, I already said that I don't own any of this music in here, so hopefully I'm in the clear.
We'll be fine as long as we talk over it as much. Yes, Neil. Actually, I do.
Oh, Neil's in the chat. He's in the comments.
Neil, listen, Neil, we're still in contact with him. He's on Discord. He's a very old friend of mine. You'd like him though, but he does mean well.
This time
yeah. This time of evening, your mother. What? Oh, how about this one instead? What are you doing this time of year? I'm your father. You're Darth Vader?
No. Otherwise.
The old tram engine suddenly noticed that the mist was rolling in quite faster than usual, and the moonlight's bright light from above was starting to become blocked.
Oh, narrator. What a shitty narrator we got here.
Hold on. Wait. Listen to this. The sun, God has blocked the sun on Discord.
My word. What a terrible narrator we got there.
He and Percy heard a whistle from another engine, which was coming from the darkness ahead of them.
At this point, it was at this point I was just getting used to some production things, so I tried to do like a take on game on this, so it kind of worked out. Call the police! Oh, Jesus.
Call the police.
Can't be.
It can.
I'm Darth Vader. I'm your worst nightmare. Damn it.
Then they saw
Okay, you see that bit there? That shot there? Train lover?
Yeah.
That shot there about the two engines there looking ahead. That was
Yeah.
actually, that there was one of the best. That was actually in the fanfic cover as well. So that was again an original shot.
Okay.
And Kid's with us.
Oh, he is.
He's right there in the chat. He just popped in.
All right. Let me give him. Oh. Welcome aboard, dude.
Yeah. So anyway,
Somebody-
guys, I actually might have to pop off. I'm going to take a quick shower still. So I think one of you guys might want to.
Just
remember
mute
that
your mic. We'll keep you on here. Just mute your mic, and
I'll also put my volume on mute. So.
All right.
So could Trainkid or Brandon take over for me, please?
Sure. Brandon, you could take over for now. So, okay. Oh, Trainkid's here. Okay. Trainkid.
Hello.
Just do me a favor. Just, yeah, so welcome to my first reaction of this so.
First reaction video?
Well, not at first, but this is going to be my first time watching this throughout the full in its entirety instead of, just not watching it all. So I've never got to do this. So, because I literally suggested that I do this right after Kane Fan finished his stream. So while we're waiting, so yeah, Brandon's going to be pretty much the commentator on this because Kane Fan's doing a commentary for this film too because he's just started.
A second. I'll play the scenery here and then I'll go afterwards because we're getting close to a scene here that everybody keeps on pissing about.
silhouetting in the mist.
And that's the first time we see Shadow Timothy.
His engine's face.
A.K.A. Pennywise the Tank Engine.
Spirit of Timothy.
That's the first time we actually hear his voice. In the fanfic version, Timothy's a lot scarier than this.
Creaking out
He's
loud.
creepy past the form and 10 times evil.
On a glimpse of his sadistic
Try and
face,
picture season 2 in your mind if you were to sing it.
a crash.
Hey, I gotta admit, when I saw Timothy, I was just terrified of him.
Total silence.
Well, it was meant to. That was what this movie was intended to do, scare the shit out of
His
people.
eyes first.
Yeah.
Then
And that's what that movie did.
they looked around. But
And
Season 2 Ghost Train was worse.
Timothy.
This
Yeah.
was the
without
better
this movie, I would have known who Timothy was.
That was Timothy.
Yes, Tony, it was.
It was. I wasn't shitting. Yeah, that's become iconic. Yeah. I don't know what that was about. Here we go.
And Stanley cameo and
Hey,
Lady.
Magic Railroad reference.
Yeah, apparently that was what Shine Ortez doing a shooting there at that point. This is where it kind of got a little pace. Keep playing and I'll hop off in a sec.
Yeah, just mute your mic and volume.
But
So
Percy and Toby were not
we'll be
the only
here.
ones who had caught sight of him. During the week,
There we
Ah,
go.
Sonic.
Yeah, look, Sonic's there. There's Lucy from Fairy Tale and that weird girl in the brown tail section.
Station staff
And I take it as well
Shine
as
Ortez did that. This is where it went a little weird, and this is why I get people today. They're saying, "Why is Sonic there?" This was not my idea. This is the reason why I didn't want him to be involved because he put the piss on me for a second.
Yeah, but Timothy. Yeah, not Timothy. Sonic's the only one who's actually staying. He's one of the only people who stay.
Rumors began to spread until
Take
This was a bit of a Ballyhoo reference there.
Oh,
Yeah, it's about the word rumor spreading because at the time, Shunted Productions was really getting on with my stuff, and and I had to use some of his lines as not to mock or steal, it was basically, like I said, as a dedication and a tribute to him, because at the time he was the best ghost storyteller in the fandom at that time, 5 years ago.
Damn right.
Yeah.
He even made Albert's ghost.
Yeah, her thing too, yeah. Okay, guys, I'll be right back with you soon in a few hours or so. Okay?
All right, we'll keep it going. Brandon, you're the new commentator for until he gets back.
Hey, Brandon. And he's muted.
Brandon!
Should I get the big boy whistle out?
Nope.
All right.
Brandon. No sleeping on the job. Well, we'll just wait for him to
Later
pop
that
back up.
evening, the old tram engine explained all this to Percy.
Looks like your driver was right about the story of Timothy. The branch line has lost many visitors. It looks like Timothy's ghost has been scaring them away.
Who just joined? Who's joining now?
Shit, I don't know.
Neil.
Neil?
Hey, Neil.
Hi, guys.
Oh, hey guys, sorry, I'm just getting ready now anyways. Neil, I'm glad you're here. Can you take my place for me for a little bit while I just have my bath?
Yeah, if you're gonna
I'll try my best, yeah.
You're gonna commentate on this for
just let you know, Neil, thank you for the comments in my older videos from 4 years ago.
Yeah, so we've just passed Timothy's encounter with Percy and Toby's encounter with Timothy.
Ever since he comes running through the
Yeah, I see.
This is gonna be my, like I said, this is my first time fully watching it through instead of just not, because I've never seen it fully before. I mean, I did once a long time ago, but that was when I was younger and I didn't know anything about Timothy. But now that I know more about everything, so now I'm doing pretty much a rewatch.
And,
yeah.
Oh, and just for a laugh, there's Brandon, or should I say, yeah, Mr. Brando, stuck in the rain, getting soaked, catching him in.
Buddy, look at this. Hey, buddy, over here. Get inside.
This was when I was still getting used to all the concept stuff. Most of this film
Get in the car, Morty! Get in the car!
Tried to do like a season 2 reference in this.
The slight hair of thunder and lightning.
Yeah, so there's a lot of
just looked at
montage
magazine for a second.
Hey, I have those
quite
vans.
a lot.
And it will continue to do so for a couple of days.
He's following my mouse.
Yep, and this was also when I was trying to get used to Kevin MacLeod's music. And
Yes.
Barry was a cameo as well.
Such a lovely resource, Kevin MacLeod.
Yeah.
Ah, Mr. Brando's back. Okay, guys, I'll catch you back in a sec. All right, sorry. Just carry on for me, Brandon and Neil, the both of you.
All right.
Yeah, no worries.
I'll be back as quick as I can.
You two are
Okay.
commentating until he gets back.
No worries.
So we got Henna rolling away with the Flying Scotsman.
Henna, Henry.
Kipper.
Henry.
That's what I said. The Flying Scotsman.
Henry. Brandon, okay, please just be sensible for once, please.
Sorry for that. My humor likes
to let you know, guys, in the background, you can actually hear me putting some classic thunder and lightning effects, which were not in the game. So I was trying to make it more scary and darker.
It's really effective.
Oh yeah, that was the early editing for you. Back when I could edit really good.
Yeah.
Cameo.
The little blue engine was now lost with questions he wanted answering. But there was a part
Darn
of
it, I want
him not
answers.
believing all this.
I was once told about it, but I never believed it. I thought it was some made-up tale to play it all back. However, we were wrong.
So the story really is true?
I can't be sure, but it is no story too. And
That's apparently Jerome talking the German of Sodor. So just pretend that Thomas had a German Sodor on him.
Okay.
That Timothy
That's why he was helping me with this at the time. Back when we were really close.
Okay.
For the rest of the afternoon, Thomas quietly worked and said
Rosie
nothing to
cameo.
anyone.
First time she made it. Well, it was one of the first times I was getting to see her model form at the time.
Actually,
And
her
I'm
and
confused,
Emily
why
made a
does he
cameo
have
earlier.
coaches in their train?
Because she's taking a random mixed freight with her.
That would what then that would
Before
what we be
thinking
call
that
what we
Timothy
call
was
it a
more
manifest
job
train in
for
America.
himself,
That's
soon
right, yeah. A manifest.
it made him ill.
What kind? Okay, hold on a sec.
Overwhelmed him.
Boy, bro, are you just you are lazy? Look at you.
Look, and look, he's even got his head. He's got his feet on his head. Ow! Get up! Stop jumping, there, you bastard!
Put your back into it, you lazy slackers.
And look,
Oh, come on,
look,
Kay.
I
You're
wonder
not doing anything.
there's one guy in the background. Look there, and he's missing his head. I think he got decapitated. Look
Decapitated.
there, underneath the white buffer. See him on the?
Yeah,
on the other side?
I see.
He's basically been headbutting
I
himself.
wonder
on his
who's
head.
who.
And what is that one workman doing underneath Thomas's undercarriage?
He's doing maintenance to the traction motors.
Yeah.
All right,
Well,
let's have a looky here.
Until it made him ill. Edward took him to the works to be looked at, while Toby and Percy did most of the works alone.
That bit was supposed to be a Thomas and the Runaway scenario.
There seemed to be
Just ignore that. That was when Punja Mountain put the General in because it was one of his favorite engines. It was supposed to be something that was going to happen in the
Okay.
And what's up with all the Street Fighter characters?
Hey, look.
because listen, that was because it was part of the fun back in those days, and it was
Is that
supposed to
you?
be people, that no one else realized. They're supposed to be invisible characters that don't know
Is that
of.
you, King Ben?
No, it
Looks
wasn't.
like it.
It looks like Trainmaster.
No, but like I said, Bison in there, they're doing their own stuff, and Giles there with Chun-Li. It's basically random people just showing up out of nowhere with,
no more signs of
because at the time we had random universe stuff in. That's why everyone pops in every time. That's a Street Fighter car, just ignore that.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say. And there's a caterpillar. There's a caterpillar excavator.
Also,
You know what, I'm keeping my mic on so I can hear you guys anyways, alright?
All right.
Don't worry if you hear background noises, it'll be me. Don't worry.
It's probably gonna be we're probably gonna be listening to this anyway. So.
Hi.
No, don't
That's
worry,
all.
fine.
Hold on.
Okay, now this is where we finally find out where Timothy's been hiding all this time.
Nations that live on this island don't even know who I am.
Whoa, Shadow, take it easy there.
If those who remember me are by the chosen or forgotten, or even refuse to remember me, I'll force them to. The emotions they went through, the suffering, depression, hatred, why tragic
Train lover. Just want to let you know, in the next scenery, in the shed, in the fanfic version, Timothy is actually outside, yes, but facing the other direction, and the doors were closed because it was like in the TV series. And Mickey crawling into the shed. That's the difference, unfortunately, that you'll see in the movie that we couldn't do.
Yeah, you mentioned that when you showed that already.
Yeah, just reminding you guys, that's all.
Okay.
Once everything is done,
as you can see, this is where Timothy had been living ever since he became a ghost.
Ah.
So this is his house.
You mean he's hiding place?
Yep.
This is his hideout, basically.
Yep, and there's the living room.
Well, hopefully it's comfortable.
Nah, not really.
soon the railway will come to
His domain.
Ew, pink eye.
And the ghost train of Sodor.
Dude, take a breath, man.
How about a mint?
Actually, what about a whole truck full of mints?
A few weeks later, after Thomas returned from the works,
and COVID-19 hit.
Hey, you want to get my channel demonetized?
No.
Didn't think so. Then don't mention it. Oh boy.
What's going on?
We already know.
It's him.
It's him.
He's out there.
So you sense
What's with this error here that I noticed?
Yeah, like, why does he have a unibrow?
I don't know. That's kind of probably not important, but whatever.
What do you mean by unibrow?
Look.
Oh no. What you can't see there is actually that's one of the early face trains I was doing at the time. Because what you can't see is that his eyebrows are actually together because they're very lowered together, making it look like they're together.
Ah, okay.
sense my presence. The years of haunting this line.
Yeah, can you please close the door? You're letting all the hot air out.
Originally, the only thing that was different here is that Toby was supposed to be in the middle and Percy was supposed to be the other one, and Thomas was in the middle. But this was how we had to do it, though, because we were trying to make it like a season 2 reference there.
Ah, okay.
About me and why I did the unthinkable. Taking human lives. You can't see nor feel what I'm going through.
And he's got a bug on him. He's got a fly on bothering him.
The past of an era that I led the way for my kind. My kind of engines. The LB and SCR E2s.
E2s.
I was meant to be a really useful engine, but I was not worthy. I let the others
Shoe fly, that's it.
pride and joy, while I became nothing more than a stepping stone.
Okay, can I step on you as my floor mat?
I missed this facial expression.
Why is he saying shoe fly?
Because I'm using my mouse and just moving it around as if it's a fly bothering Timothy's face.
Oh,
You'll just watch. Just watch when you'll see.
okay. This bit, what you're seeing here, guys, listen. This is the bit here where we finally reveal that he is Thomas's brother, and he can't believe it, but Timothy knows. It's just like it's like a Star Wars reference there. Except
anyway, look.
Who is able to survive and live on will go with me into hell.
Well, that scared the fly away. Well, that scared off the fly.
Come on, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to sleep.
You came again.
He's talking about sending him down with him. Just who is it that he's talking about?
I know.
Thomas.
I know who he's
your brother.
Thomas, are you okay?
I know who he's after. Me.
What? He's after you?
Well, I'm definitely a fly on the wall of that conversation.
I didn't want to believe it, but now I do. I believe that ghost train story was real, and that there was an engine, and that once ran on this railway before I came here in 1915, but I was too young to even know, or even remember back then. But now, it all makes sense. Timothy is after me, and he wants me gone. He wants me gone from this world.
Perfectly balanced.
Timothy's ghost was after Thomas. Toby and Percy were deeply worried about him. But despite this evil threat, Thomas dug down deep inside his boiler to show that he was not going to be defeated by someone who was a near identical image of himself.
Who you're gonna call?
No. Seriously, we already made that joke. We already made that joke. We've already made that joke in the last stream.
Too bad, so sad. I took it.
Time and time again. Yet,
Good thing I'm facing the other direction.
understand it. My kind no longer exists. All except one has survived. Why did it have to happen? Why did he survive?
He's our star.
Whoa! That's cool. Look on the model. Even though it's got you could see the outlines of the smoke box. Look, you could see the red eyes from Timothy's face.
Yes, my red eyes could survive the night, and that's how I scared the living tits out of Duncan.
But that's cool, though. I never saw those before. That's really cool.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, but I just thought that it was just the face of just the smoke box, because it was a different face. Because you noticed that happened a couple times without Timothy's face. Instead,
Well,
it was just
you can actually still get that to this day if you're lucky enough to find the original, or you can do it with the other one that you can find on 3D photos. It works.
Yeah, but that's cool. I never saw that.
I don't want
You know what? I'm gonna hide this now. Goodness gracious, that's been bothering me.
It's all right, I can see you.
Won't end.
No.
The island is
Apparently, what you don't notice is that in this one he has, in this one Timothy had multi-ghost whistles, which is why you can hear him in the background whistling. It's like to solidify with that he's out there somewhere,
Oh, okay.
And there's a season 1 reference.
Most of the next day, working on the main line.
Sorry, I'm popping in and out on my thing because I know you guys are asking.
Them with the heavy express trains.
Come on, Thomas. I ordered this 5 minutes ago.
Yep, that's a season 1 reference. We've really got an old school. This is the only error bit that we had at the time because Daniel and the other guys were swapping.
Help! I can't hold on. Ah! Ow!
Later that evening, he took some coal trucks to the docks and then some shunting to take a grip of work to the viaduct, which was in need of inspection.
Wait, why was Thomas using his old running board instead of his updated one?
Who knows? Oh. Oh, there's
It's Bear.
Okay.
I just told you that was a bit of an error we had if we couldn't fix that at the
Little
time.
Blue Engine was now feeling tired and worn out. He then headed into a siding where he had to let James pass through with the express.
Now, what you don't notice is that this is actually the lead scene originally. Why James looks like that is because this was after he encountered Timothy. That's the reason why, at the time, why James was looking a bit upset. Because
Hey, Thomas, I think you need to see therapy. No,
and there's me making a cameo.
That's you? Oh,
look,
hey! Okay, that is you.
That's me as Kane Smith. That's my OC from the Titanic fanfic.
Nice. And who's this gentleman?
Guys, I'm just randomly talking to somebody. Listen, if you hear me shouting, that's me in the bathroom yelling at you guys because I can hear you from across the wall.
Oh, well.
That's why I was shouting out to you guys.
What were you yelling at us?
I was just saying, because Trainkid was asking, why has he got the wrong number board, with Thomas's error? I was saying it was an error.
That was my question.
I didn't even hear you at all. I can't even hear you from that far.
Anyway, so continue on. Don't question too much. Ask each other if you can.
And turned left the main line, heading back onto the branch line.
And then there's the butler's vehicle being towed by Butch the tow truck.
Yep.
Come on, guys.
Sawed off.
Time to pack up and go home.
But as he got closer to home, the fog came down, very thick and heavy.
The fuck.
The driver and fireman
Stock
found it
footage.
very hard to see from the cab windows, or even by looking out. Then, out of the blue, a much thicker layer of fog flooded in and totally blinded Thomas and his crew.
Ew, the Fat Controller is having Taco Bell again.
No, wow. You know what's crazy? Have you been hearing? The drivers actually have noticed this crap. Compared to part 2. Wow. I feel like Kane Finn just made the drivers even more irresponsible than he did in this series, in this version, in this one.
To a standstill.
We'll wait here until the fog clears.
Sure.
Good idea. There's no way we're going to continue on in this.
Thomas agreed as well, but only after a few minutes, he and his crew could hear the sounds of another engine approaching. But the fog was just so thick that he couldn't tell whether it was coming from behind or in front of him. Then he heard its whistle. At first, Thomas felt very afraid and tense, but he managed to put on a brave face as the sound got louder and louder. Thomas looked ahead of him, and there he was.
Oh God, an advertisement. Great.
Yay, that's part of the film.
Run from everything. It's the Chevys.
Hold on.
Just to let you know that the music I used in there came from Batman Forever.
Model Railroads. Ooh.
I am not showing off ads because I do not support anything.
Yeah, that's where Timothy came out and he finally catched it.
You are real.
Hello, Thomas.
Yeah, if you listen
Beat face to face, as we were destined to.
that's the iconic shot there. Originally, do you know what I originally was going to say? Originally, I was going to say the words originally in the script saying, "We finally meet face to face after 100 years." You know, that's what I was originally going to say.
Years.
Not to mention, and also the music you can hear in this is from Batman Forever because it was perfect.
You, Timothy, get a breath, mate. Sorry.
Too much comedy can kill this thing, you know. I'm serious. Yeah.
And while you're at it, go to a dentist.
That's basically like, you know, people are thinking, why is there a zombie Thomas? You know, but
and I could clearly see that these are two different models. These are two totally different E2s.
Yeah, but you can clearly see that's why Timothy had a much earlier look. Where you hear him say the words, "I was the one who led the way for you," blah blah blah. He was like like I said, he was like an earlier design of their class. Yeah, 5 years later, and people still talk about this thing to this day. It's the most popular video on the channel.
Am I seeing things, or is Timothy longer than Thomas?
Actually, yeah, he is. I've even tried it with a real E2.
That's what I mean, yeah, realism there. And you can clearly see, that's the iconic shot right there. The unexpected reunion of two lost brothers.
Timothy, you really should go on a diet.
Trainkid, can you just stop?
Nah.
I can remove you from the stream, you know.
Please, Trainkid, control your jokes. I know you like having that and stuff, but too much comedy can kill a video. Train yourself.
And Timothy will literally jump out of the screen and take you with him instead.
Dude, he's such fun.
Have you never seen Poltergeist?
So the rumors and stories about you are true.
So you have heard of me. But you've forgotten, or perhaps chose to forget, that I was the one who led the way for you. You and your brothers and sisters. I was the first of our kind to become the best. No, I wasn't. You soon came into being and took that place.
I was too young to even know you. Besides, we never spoke, nor were friends. So how can you say all that? All I know of you is that you kept lonely, but always smiled to everyone. But I guess you never liked that in the inside, were you? The last time I was told about you is that you went to Sodor, and that was it. You became nothing more but a forgotten memory. But Timothy, you do know that I'm the last of my surviving brothers and sisters. I still live because I'm important to people.
Because I'm the star Billy, never mind.
I was special and had the pride of a tank engine. Something that you once had before. And before you came this evil and twisted freak of misery. A dark side of a near mirror image of my very self. I carry the memories of that fact that my own kind was most likely wiped out and I was the only one to survive. That scarred me for life. I lost everything, The feelings of love of that made me and my brothers and sisters had for each other as a family. It was all
Just be
destroyed.
honest, nearly at this scene, I nearly cried.
I nearly did.
Yeah, because, well,
Not only that, but this is appropriately called sorrow and woes.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah, and the music you can hear in this is from Batman Forever as well, because
You told us that.
Yeah, this bit here as well. Yeah, just
All
this
this
bit.
away, but until now, with you doing all this haunting and terrifying the branch line, and now at last seeing you in person, has brought all of those memories back.
It was intended to make people
Ugh.
cry.
All the memories you wanted to forget. All the feelings you didn't want to accept. You have to remember me. Let's suffer together. Suffer with me.
Nah,
I won't allow you to. My friend.
nah, I wasn't allowed to. What the heck?
No, it's just like it's like this response activated. Why don't you ask me later?
But that was funny though. That was good timing. It was like, nah, I won't allow you to. Thomas just broke character for a sec.
No, it's just like this. It's like this. You wanna? Nah.
You killed yourself for nothing. All for nothing.
Oh, Thomas.
Neil.
Thomas, you poor little
Neil,
fool.
what do you think of it so far when you saw this? You know,
I think it looks alright. If it was me,
what?
if he was, if I were Thomas and if he asked me supper with me, I would go, nah, not really. Thank you very much.
Nah, I'd be like this. It's like this. Yes. Oh
Yeah.
wait, sorry, wrong answer. No.
All I'm just trying to say is in this one, you can see the reason why he's getting angry is because he's getting braver and braver, but he's still literally scared the shit about me at this point. Yeah, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. It's a common thing. It's like he's talking to himself in a funny way. But also, the fact is, he's supposed to be scared of this individual. But the thing is, the more this drive, if you don't notice, the more that Thomas tells him this and that, the more angry and aggressive he's becoming. So in a way, Timothy's trying to bring out that other side of Thomas out, like we see in the Sword or Dark Time series and many other series that we see them in, where they're not friendly, where they're more pissed and angry as ever. That's what he's doing. He's trying to make him become his own brother, where he gets mad, where he would kill himself. So
Anyway.
Timothy was doing multi stuff at this point, trying to get into his smoke box.
Anyway, yeah.
And you wasted yourself. The truth of your demise is just that, or was the fact that you somehow grew tired of yourself and decided to end your life that way.
Shut up! Shut up! You don't know anything. You don't know the truth. That was everything.
Well, it was the end. That wasn't the end. Oh, it is over.
You don't know my suffering. You don't know sorrow.
You don't know shit.
Fear, even though they were innocent lies that
Yeah,
led to
that bit there where I said in the beginning, we said the word show you don't know, blah blah blah. That was again from Just Maiden of Amnesia. Again, another anime reference to there.
Someone tell me how long how long the stream's going for.
1 hour, 13 minutes, and 45 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hey, Brendan.
telling me not to go.
Hello.
The passengers who went with me, the men,
the women,
and the children, they all died with me. The negative emotions I had boiling inside me, and my own self forced that suffering into me. All the hate, hating, and sadness, and that suffering. Yet I have to continue to live with it. And so yet, how can you say that you think and pretend to feel all those terrible things I did and understand me at all?
Now, the reason why you can see him crying is because the more angry he's getting, the more remorseful he's getting. He feels guilty, ashamed, but he feels proud of what he did. But he is actually mourning. Basically, he was doing what Anakin Skywalker did in Episode 3, if you remember. He was He's very guilty, ashamed, and he's, that and the blood of tears. They actually are tears, but they're actually drawing out in colours of blood. Of guilt. It's actually tears of guilt. That's why That's why they're red.
Okay.
suffering,
It's
and I want to
understandable.
know the real reasoning of all this, Timothy. What made you go to such tragic lengths to do what you did? None of my brothers or sisters of the E2 class ever did this. Tell me, Timothy, what caused you to kill yourself? Tell me!
Wait, oh boy, here we go.
I killed myself because I was bored.
The truth of
Of
my
my
demise
demise
will never be known by those who are told, for I took that with me along with my victims. But all of them, except one,
One of
were unfortunate.
All but one? You're saying you had an enemy who hated you?
Roll credits.
No shit, Sherlock.
I wished Tank Engine 97 would have joined us earlier.
Yeah.
That was his choice.
I was only a prototype.
Well, I didn't know you at the time.
Class of E2 class.
Hmm.
We were introduced.
Oh yeah, before I forget, Train Kid.
Yeah.
In case you didn't know, when we were making the when King Fan was doing his live stream, I was keeping an eye in the comments section for questions. You want to believe, but Tank Engine 97 actually made a shocking surprise appearance in the live chat.
Yes, he did. The first time he took notice. He made I
Oh.
was nothing else. And of course, and despite that, we had some douchebag who kind of,
Yeah, some idiot was just going Kane
Yeah.
Fan 701 as a 3 times, but then we just basically booted him out of there.
And just to let you know, in this sequence here, this is when I was discovering more about Wagner Wetter's place. And also, it's also here that we begin to dig a bit more of uncovering who Timothy really was. So this is like the first step in uncovering who he is as a character and a backup, all right?
All right.
This is what I believed at the time. Think of prototype, blah, 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 very little detailing. So this was the beginning of opening up who he was.
All right.
It showed that we could be useful and reliable. I, on the other hand, was never to have had a service life that you and the others had. But I was wrong. I was kept with the London, Brighton, and
South Coast Railway.
and got to do passenger trains.
Now, who voiced him again?
He forgot.
Now then, who voiced the good Thomas in this one again? I mean, the good Timothy.
I think would have been Froggy Man 145, I think.
Oh no, in the credits.
Okay then.
Great
No, it wasn't him. No, you'll see it in the comments in the credits. All right, you'll see who voiced him.
Okay, I was expecting you to just say it anyway, but okay.
Listen, yeah, at the time we did this, and now I look back on this, this was actually unknowingly the first time we know where Timothy started. Even though I didn't think Kurt Roman Branch was on solo, I thought this was somewhere in England at the time. But it's a hidden gem now, because it turns out this is where he was on solo and where he was at the time. This was his old stomping ground.
Yep, the Kildane print. I ain't Kirk Rowland.
You know what I thought though is I could have sworn there was an episode of the actual show that mentioned the Kirk Ronan branch. I don't know why I thought I remember hearing something about that.
Well, continue on playing anyways.
Even if I did a little work, I still considered it a big deal.
And I kept that saying in my mind a long time.
But we would exchange whistle salutes as we passed by. And towards the end of 1913,
God, this face is so awesome.
but that was short-lived.
The facial expression is so awesome.
The help of the railways both, but I was in terrible shape. And being used so long, my parts were worn. And at the time, it was difficult to repair.
You.
Most of all, was the way I was treated by the old.
Who just came in? Who's coming in now?
I would have to say that he would.
Wait, Neil, there's two of you.
Wait, Neil? Let's see who this imposter is.
Oh, my father was talking. Hey, it's my father. It's my dad right there in the chat.
Mario?
That's my dad's. That's my father. Yes.
And I was just about to point out that he told him it would be nice.
Now then, that one had left. Okay. That was surprising. I didn't. Looks like your dad's here, he said. Oh, Dad, why, Dad? You always gotta, that was a surprise, Dad. What a surprise.
Sorry guys, my internet's got played up.
Oh yeah, Kane fan, my father just showed up in the chat, in the YouTube chat.
Controller.
Hey, there's Colin.
1914.
I never get who was the old controller's name.
He had no name, as far as we know.
At least, not yet.
We might find out one day.
Assigned them to do that, to make them look like professional crew members. I never had any accidents.
Seriously, these facial expressions on Timothy's are just so good. Awesome.
Yeah, like they're so cool.
It's literally makes him look angry. This is an angry face if I've ever seen one.
Well, this happened. So angry.
Speaking of which,
and embarrassed that I rapidly lost my pride and faith in who I was, and I went into a deep depression. Around early 1914, I was scolded and looked down by your controller. The fact was that he never really understood how to run a railway. It was only too late agreed. He later told me that after I was on the 89 passenger train, I was going to be withdrawn and later sold for scrap. Mainly due to my parts being so old and overused a lot, not getting enough repairs done correctly. At this point, I was so upset and enraged, my pain running out of control, and started to plot my revenge against the controller.
You know, it would be kind of weird if Charlie, the purple engine, got paid a visit from Timothy.
I didn't know.
Okay, can we just forget about Charlie?
But he was on board the coaches along with other passengers. Deep down, to cost me a heavy price.
And thankfully, I was not on that train.
Neither was I.
As I neared the station on my journey, my driver applied the brakes. But
they failed.
And I sped up, going faster and faster. I refused to listen to my driver's pleas to stop, and after I got turned onto the wrong track and saw I was heading towards a cliff, I gave in to my hatred and pain and shouted out my last words, cursing and falling to my death, taking every soul with me, including the controller.
The controller.
Living hell.
So, that's it. That's the reason why all this has happened ever since. You wanted revenge on the old controller who once used to rule this railway for treating you like the way he did. In the end, you got your revenge, but it cost you your own life and all those people. I understand it. I understand the pain and rage you had to suffer from. But surely, deep down, you had to regret what you did in shame and remorse. Those other people didn't deserve to die, and neither did your crew. It's time you put all this to an end and move on, Timothy. It's not worth being in this state of evil that you've been in for all these decades.
Oh no.
Here comes the triggered part.
Oh no.
Oh, but Thomas. You misunderstand.
No. A kind engine.
Once I told you, I was telling you to prove down to damnation with me.
Listen,
Timothy,
the reason why, you know the bit in the flashback when he said like he gave into his hate and rage.
Yeah.
Actually, what he actually did say. I can't believe I'm saying this, but before he killed himself, he actually said before he said the infamous words like "I'm going to send you all to the graveyard." He actually said the word. He actually said before he became what he was. He actually said the words "Forgive me, Thomas," or whatever the case was, and then he said the words.
Oh.
Oh.
You cannot stop me.
I'll send you to hell.
You can't prevent me from completing my quest. The end is upon you.
What's for? You sound like a muffled pillow.
Magic. What?
How?
How? No. 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 Trust you, Thomas. Damn you, brother.
Damn you to hell.
Yeah, basically at this point, Thomas was shaking the hell off. He was literally scared out of his wits, and he now realised what he has to do. That's what you see him crying later on. He can't believe he has a brother that he didn't even remember of, and now he has to fight him. It's like Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader, but the opposite way around.
Fight me. No.
Guys, I'm kind of stuck up here. Help. Help.
Nah, we're not gonna help.
Fine. Whee!
In the fanfic, yeah, Timothy was on it. Thomas actually kind of made it back somewhere else to hide, but he wasn't in the mines like he was in the film here. In the fanfic, he was somewhere else. I can't remember where it was, but that's where he spent the night on his own. But not there in the movie.
What was that place?
Now he knows what's going to happen, and it just literally just breaks him on the inside. He thought he was the only one.
Oh dear.
Poor Thomas.
Shut up, Owl.
Shut up, Owl. No one loves you.
Ah, the owl, and he's so sweet.
Down about how he failed to get to Timothy. Hours later, while at the docks, he explained all this to Gordon, who was preparing to take the evening express. Any part of the story one bit, and thought that the any part of the story one bit, and thought that the little blue tank is out of his mind, and that he only saw something out of his imagination.
The ghost train almost looks like you, with a demonic face like the devil. Paw! What nonsense! Why, this sounds like another pile of rubbish.
Oh, hey, look, it's going to be the first deleted scene.
Thomas once again tried to tell Gordon that this was all real and not fake, but the big blue engine was having none of it.
Oh, you silly little tank engine! All this is just fiction. Why? If I really saw a ghost,
That's
I
what
just
he
shook
thinks.
and scared away. Even if all this Timothy, or whatever nonsense or whatever you call him, would scare the likes of me. Paw! Just remember, little Thomas, I'm an important engine, and I don't have time for made-up stories of things that go bump in the night. Good night.
And a random cameo.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of random cameos in this deleted scene.
Duck.
I want to guess that's Duck, but I may be wrong.
Nope, hold on. Yeah, yep, that is Duck.
Hold on to you.
Oh dear, why am I always used for fan service?
Gordon, in his boastful style, puffed away into the night.
Hey, look, wait, hold on, pause. You notice that Atom tank right next to Bear? I recognize
Yeah.
that engine. That's Comrade.
Who?
Comrade.
Yeah,
Comrade.
yeah, Conrad from the Subterranean Railway Ghost stories.
Oh, yeah, I heard about him.
Yeah, he's a nice engine.
Thomas Stanfield stories.
Ah.
He's a bit like Casper.
The banker story, that's it.
Okay, guys, see that bit there where Gordon's crossing there? Those coaches there, there's Timothy's coaches, and including the season ones in the front as well. That was just a little bit of an Easter egg there to know that someone was there at the time. You know, that was an Easter egg. We couldn't add this in the official because we had no time, and of course, you know, if I do remake this again, the time over this will definitely be in a new original, and Gordon will have a better voice actor.
Could I voice him, maybe?
It depends really on what's going to happen if I do the whole rebooting, alright? So trust me on that.
Alright. Who's that?
That's supposed to be a random engine from the mainland. Just ignore them. It's like, that was the Flying Scotsman, but it was supposed to be a random engine from the mainland.
Oh. And what's that? Who's that?
You know, at the time, I was really digging Gordon's character in this. I mean, I like his style and the model.
Yes. I mean, Gordon is just prancing along the line, just neighing in delight as pulling the espresso coaches.
With the night being clear and the signals shining green.
Hey!
That's foreshadowing what was to come. That's also one of the best shots in the movie of Gordon shooting past, you know.
Yeah, what a coincidence.
So wait a second.
I know.
What a coincidence.
Yes, there's Stan. He had no idea at the time, alright?
So Gordon had really passed.
Not to mention, like I said, in this this was really, really cool, and there's just something about nighttime shots in this that were really good. It really brings out the dark tone of the film. Not to mention, this was a bit like a Central Productions tape I was trying to do. And Gordon in this was so arrogant and pompous, but after his encounter with Timothy, he was forever changed.
Look out for the train.
Thomas must be.
Oh yes, rising Henry's Hill. That's a very important step to.
I mean, he was forever changed after this. You know, after.
Oh yes.
There's no such thing as ghost.
Yeehaw!
He's a coming down the hill.
Here comes the big fat oaf. Here he comes.
Oh, there's the 60s or from season 5, and that's supposed to be Green Arrow.
Oh.
Yeah, apparently this dude who was helping me out was just putting random engines for fun, you know.
Okay.
Brief engines making cameo appearances.
Well, somebody's coaches aren't going anywhere.
No, that was somebody else waiting for enemy to pass by.
Oh.
As he neared the viaduct, his driver saw the signal ahead, and it was
as you can see, I made the drivers more well clear. See, I heard you say that earlier, train loader.
Yeah.
And I said, I made them more aware of what was going on because that's just me.
Yeah, because I realized, so I figured, because I was like, okay, so guess they aren't as idiotic as they were in the second installation.
When the second one, they were completely unaware of what was going on, you know.
Despite the fact, I don't know, giant lightning strikes and random engines are popping out of nowhere.
Well, humans can't see as much as the engines can, alright.
Okay.
Gordon was not pleased and confused by this as he came to a stop.
How ironic that Henry would have the same similar ordeal.
Yep, but instead of that, with Timothy, it would be the Crunchfield a few years later.
I'm the only engine on the line at this time of night, and Henry is not due with the flying kipper until morning.
But he was wrong. A blanket of fog suddenly came down, followed seconds later by a deep whistle he had never heard before.
He's coming.
It's him.
It looks like oh
My
God!
Sodor.
No! It can't be!
You ready to eat those words?
You too have heard about my past. Everyone knows it, yet they fail to understand it. I'm here to tell you this. If you see Thomas, tell him that his time on this railway is coming to an end, and that he will never be seen again. And if you don't, you'll be among many of my next victims that I will take straight to hell. No, please, I don't want to be scrubbed. No, I don't want to go to hell. Wait, I must be dreaming.
Man, Gordon's being a whiny bitch. You know, I'll get him later.
Let's get out of here!
As soon as it happened, the fog lifted. But Gordon was horrified and scared almost to death. The signal changed to green, and he was on his way again. Gordon remained silent.
Look out for that bush up ahead, Gordon.
Knowing that he had just had an encounter. Timothy, the ghost train of Sodor.
The way it's seen too.
Station, James was taking a
Neville.
He could not leave until Edward had arrived with his passenger train, who was running 25 minutes late. James was getting impatient and wanted to leave.
Where's Edward? He's supposed to be here on time, and now it's only been up for the last 25 minutes.
Oh, speaking of Edward.
Another 2 minutes passed before finally Edward arrived.
My young days.
Late once again.
Oh, come off it, James. I got held up back there at the viaduct after a group of witnesses stopped us, reporting that they had saw something unusual and that it was on the same track as me.
Stuff and
nonsense.
Your so-called hold-up has made me late for almost half an hour. Now, if you excuse me, I must be off.
Why are you complaining? You're a friggin' freight train.
James puffed crossly away with his train.
Whiny little chode.
I actually don't remember I don't remember anything coming from of this scene, so I had no idea you voiced Edward. I am so lost.
Actually, he's just pulling a mixed right.
Yeah, I know. Or as we call them again here in America, a manifest. Good night, my friend.
James was trying to make up for the time he had lost. he was still feeling very bad-tempered.
It nearly sounded like pampered.
He arrived near Brendan's warehouse just outside Natford's yards, so he had to shunt his train into it.
Who's echoing?
Not me.
Although
Yep,
his,
I already found it. It's going.
or his, although his voice sounds like an actual echo now.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Presiding. The sun was almost completely setting, and James had to get some water for he had run low on it.
This won't take too long, I hope. I don't want to miss my favorite football game. You can't say that again.
However, the lever would not allow the water to come out, no matter how much the driver tried.
That's weird. Hey, chap, let's go and see if there's a mechanic around here to give us a helping hand. Sure thing. James, we'll be back in a moment before you know it.
Damn it.
Oh, great! More holdups!
Deal with
As the
it.
red engine waited, it started to rain lightly, but less than 6 minutes later, it poured down.
Just my luck. If Henry complaining and wanting to hide in the tunnel again.
Just then, the air grew colder. Then he felt the drop in temperature, but then he started to hear someone or something nearby in the sidings.
Children.
Oh boy.
Children.
I like children.
Is someone there?
I like.
Hello?
I like children. Like children. I like children.
Hey, cut it out! Whoever's in there, show yourself! I'm in no mood for fun and play.
James.
Don't push it.
You said the time is here.
Too late, he's pushed it.
Yep, you pissed him off now. Great going, James.
Good job, James, you idiot.
James
Almost.
suddenly
He had to
started
open his big mouth.
when he heard that voice. Then he saw an engine appearing from behind a long line of vans.
Ow,
My
gosh! Away!
Can't you feel it? The pain, hatred.
It kind of feels like if James is in the movie Aliens.
Don't you feel it? No.
No.
You don't.
No, you don't.
You can't understand it. Thomas tried to save me, yet he failed in doing so. Pass this on to him. His demise will come. Once he's gone, I'll get my vengeance. If you don't, you will suffer your own demise.
Hey guys, I'm back now.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
We
just
said
like-
I said to you earlier that I said that I had no idea because I haven't seen this for so long. I had no idea that you voiced Edward.
Well, I was trying to do an Alec Guinness impression at the time.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm fixing up Kirk Ronan.
Not to mention, in this, I think it was some of the last guys in this was quite close. You know, like the one when you comes him on the viaduct. It was like a soft, evil laughter, but it was quite hilarious.
Timothy was no longer there.
You know,
And with the rain and the cold temperature,
back then this was also kind of a hilarious thing as well when I was laughing.
he looked around, shivering to make sure that nothing else was there, remaining
you're
ever
not.
so silent, even when his crew had returned. This was one night that James would never want to remember.
Yeah, that's the reason why James came back. He expressed looking upset. That was the reason why.
Days later, the branch line began to fall on
Hard times / a plan of
Less
attack.
passengers started coming, and freight was being delivered by road rather than rail. Financials in keeping the line open was growing badly, and the Fat Controller had become frustrated. So frustrated that he would have no choice but to close the branch
Seriously, this model of Sir Topham Hatt is much better than the original.
line. The threat of this happening deeply affected Thomas, Percy, and Toby. They didn't want this line to go.
And
No, they had known
okay,
it for
fuck
a
it,
long
Toby.
time,
There,
and without it,
Toby.
they would have nothing left. That evening in the sheds, Thomas soon thought about Timothy, and badly felt that he had failed in trying to reason to him into understanding of how he ended his life a long time ago, and haunted the line since. But his last encounter with him had made him wonder if there was some good left in him.
He may have tried to defeat me once, but he won't a second time. This time, I will get to him and try to save him to turn him back to the good side.
Thomas is suicidal. Timothy is so lost in his sick mind. He's mad and he wants you dead.
I was able to get to him. I saw that he still had some good left in him, but his darkness retook control. However, I'm going to end this one way or another.
The Blue Tank Engine started to make a plan and asked Percy and Toby to come and help him out, much to their fear of not wanting to. The plan was
Jordan did this shot here. Jordan did this good shot here, and in the actual fanfic, they're facing the opposite direction. And when you see Timothy shoot past, he was basically looking through the window, and we had to do it from the door.
Oh.
So yeah.
Lure him out. Once he got distracted, Thomas would see his opportunity to put him in his place and end his reign of horror. Then the sound of Timothy's whistle was heard.
Now this was the first time we actually put the whistle on the model. This was the first time.
Thomas saw him from the shed window, rushing by, whistling long and loudly, and then fading into the darkness.
Okay. That was the first time we used the effect on the model itself.
Oh.
Do you think he knows?
No, but whatever is going through that twisted
Okay, what's passing by again now? I'm hearing a clackety sound.
No, that is actually, that was basically Timothy still roaming in the distance still.
sick mind of his good side, has got to be fighting against him. It has to be driving him insane.
Insane? He's more than just that. He's more like psychotic and deranged.
That may be, but deep down, Timothy's fighting with his demons. But in the end,
that bell tower knows how to speak.
It will be over.
Go the fuck asleep.
We can help him and save him.
Ding,
But at what cost? That I can't tell.
The three engines had a hard night sleeping.
I've just literally noticed earlier, but why is this shed different color?
I don't know.
They were able to get through to the next day. But there was no telling what would happen when they would come face to face with Timothy, the ghost train of Sodor.
God, that bell's been sounding throughout the whole scene.
Everything on the railway seemed to be normal.
Henry's
Many
encounter.
weeks passed,
Scene 3.
and no signs of Timothy were seen. But then eyewitnesses came forth, claiming to have seen him.
This is the part that I was scared of, because this is the part that I actually have recorded saved on my Nintendo 3DS XL and the phone and the camera that I still have. This is from, I made that long ago, but it's still there, literally, like, it's still in there, and I actually still see it, so I've seen it for, That I forget when I filmed that, but I'll check on my 3DS when I end the stream, and I'll tell you when it was recorded.
What makes you think it scared you?
Well, it did because Timothy was more scary like that. It scared me that time too. Although it's funnier now because I could easily rewind the footage backwards. I could play it in reverse, so I could just make him sound less stupid.
Jesus. Yeah, but which bit did you think was scary? Was it when Henry encountered him, or was it this bit here?
Well, not this because literally there's really nothing scary here. I recorded the whole deleted scene, and the part that it ended at is after Timothy's scream.
Okay, then yeah, keep going then.
So this is what I'm familiar with. So I'm seeing this once
However,
again.
most of the people were not buying it or taking this very seriously.
How are you gonna buy it? What are you gonna get on eBay?
No, it means like I'm not buying it.
I know what you mean. I'm being sarcastic.
That'd be too sarcastic.
The ghost train when they told everything to Thomas, who couldn't believe it.
Or he could just say, "Oh, you're starting to eat those words, eh, Gordon?"
Thomas.
I think he was.
He threatened me if I didn't tell you about the message, and it would have been scrapped or wherever he was going to take me.
I too got the same result.
Cassie James, man. Or we used to call him German James back then.
German James. That's his new name.
The German James.
The German James.
James the lead engine.
I am James. I'm from Germany, but I'm not supporting you know what. Just ignore it. I just like to look good in my red paint, despite what you know who thinks.
I don't want to talk about it. Your stupid tank engine. Anyway.
And we'll never know.
Wow, Henry decided to have a new accent. I mean, Gordon.
Thomas was a very
I don't know. I remember this. It was like this. Henry, how long you been there? I don't know. Is it still 1957? I don't know. Is it still 1957? Well, wait a while. We'll get you out. What? Are you trying to say I'm stupid? Whoops. Sorry. Poor choice of words.
Or in this case, is it still 2020?
Yeah, seriously. I just can't help but remember that quote from Victor Tanzik's version.
Or in this case, is it 2020? Have you lost your live vision, Henry? Are you trying to say I'm blind?
No, I don't know. Is it still 2020? Have you lost your eyesight? Are you saying I'm blind?
Yeah, you mean.
How's my impression of Henry, by the way?
Yeah, it means 2020 in your eye vision.
How's my impression of that Henry?
That was quite hilarious. Anyways, let's keep rolling.
Action. To stop Timothy and his reign of horror.
Hey, there's a red arrow.
Yeah, just ignore that. We had to rush
was
that.
traveling home light after taking the wild nor'wester. The moon was full with stars in the sky and a slight blow of wind.
Wait, was that supposed to be Wahoo Manor?
No. That's not it. And Henry's looking
like
exhausted.
I should be home soon. I'm in
The
million.
consul, talking in his perfect Henry voice, which everyone knew and loved.
Wait, hold on.
The same guy who did Percy, he did Henry as well, which was awesome.
I thought that I'm thinking of Brandon.
No, the reason why Taylor's talking like this is because he's trying to give Henry what's called a Houston. What's it called again? Houston.
Drunk?
No, it's what's the word again? He said something when I first heard his voice. He said something like a Houston. He was trying to give him a Houston, Texas / Bruce accent. No, a Houston accent.
Okay. So a mix.
Yeah, that's the way because he's from Kansas.
That's good old boy. I'll be needing one too.
Special night effects there. Houston British accent. That's a Houston with a British accent. Yeah. Always.
Oh, is Neil still here?
Yeah,
he's still here. Yeah.
Neil, did you watch the playlist I sent you earlier?
What playlist?
You remember the videos I sent you?
Oh, the
one
video
those ones.
that you said the actor sounded like me.
Yeah, that's all. Did you watch it yet?
No, I didn't get a chance.
Just let me know when you get to watch.
Sound like a younger version of K-Fan.
Really? I don't think so. Here's the part. This is the part that I remember. This is the part that I still remembered. And the fact that I have video proof that I did watch it that time.
After coming out of the other end of the tunnel, he heard a sudden evil laughter.
Oh boy.
What the heck was that?
Henry gasped out in horror, as did his driver, when they saw Timothy rushing by on the other line, whistling fit to burst.
Hey, that's Timothy's bloody face.
Is that?
It's him!
Thomas will be mine, as will everyone else. My pain and suffering will be felt, and then everyone will be sent to a crazy.
Oh my god!
Yeah, Timothy was really mad at this point, yeah.
That face is horrifying. I've never seen. I don't remember this face. Now I do.
You wait till you see the second one.
Oh my god!
Timothy, you just want friends.
You. And I know what's coming. Yep, that's exactly what I remember. And that's what I remembered from this. That's all I remembered.
Did you see that?
No, I'm blind. And of course I saw it.
Did you see that? Yes.
So was it
No, it's like this. It's like this. Did you catch the number on the side of the locomotive? Sorry, I missed it.
and had a terrible accident? But I was never told who he was.
I do, Henry. I remember something.
I know you agree. I've had too much bottle of wine to drink this crap out. Let's get back home before I shot myself.
There was an engine painted silver and had the number 0 on his side. And that engine who passed us? Yes, that was him, all right.
Yes, quite.
I was wrong. I think you're completely hammered, boy.
That's the ghost train's name. Now I remember.
His name was Jeffrey. No, I'm kidding.
I did see an engine on the other side of the tunnel while I was bricked up there all those years ago. But I was too young to know if that it was really him. Not to mention a bloody face with zombie teeth and devil eyes. Oh dear. What do you think when I tell them?
You know what, Kane fan? I just wanted to do this for the heck of it, but I wanted to do like a gag reel, like we pretend like we have no idea what we're saying.
Yeah, it's alright.
After we end this one, we're gonna make another one and just basically be like, just pretend like you'd be like, okay, so this. Wait, what? Where's my line?
Yeah, it's alright. I think I might have to hit the bricks.
You might have to hit the what?
I might hit the bricks eventually because it's 10:30 on my end.
Okay, bud. Don't come complaining when you break your arm, when you break your hand.
Yeah, true. It is at the same time.
Hit the bricks, pal. Hit the bricks, pal. You're done.
I'll put an egg in your shoe and beat it.
Henry crawled slowly home. Unlike the
speed up, will ya?
Previous supernatural events in the past.
My dead grandmother.
You know what I'm just gonna do? I'm just gonna make a joke and slow him down even more. Speed up!
There we go. Pick up the pace.
Well, no matter what speed I try, he's going 2 inches an hour.
2 years later, he's still there.
Rumor has that Henry has not left his tunnel yet.
Yeah, or better is he's got a big massive snail shell on his back.
From worse
The
to
next day,
better.
the sun shone.
Yep,
but
and
the
Henry is called Little Jenny.
The financial problems were getting
The
worse.
music in this is actually from a PC game called Stronghold 2. And it's one of the best medieval games I've ever played. It was perfect.
Okay.
There's that Steam effect I was using. The same thing you see in the Clinchfield film.
Yeah.
This was taking on water at the
I feel like I don't mean to sound critical, but that I don't really think it was necessary since probably Tom's already had a normal effect.
water tower.
Yeah, but the thing was, it wasn't showing as much in here, so I kind of made it like he was really building up some more steam up.
Ah, okay.
When
Yeah, it was to make it out of realism. I was getting used to these new sound effects.
best friend,
You're sort of improvising it.
thinking that this could be the
What did you say? Say, Neil?
I said you're sort of improvising it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the black smoke there, that's like normal smoke coming out per se, like he's puffing lightly. Now they're just sitting there. That's like
They're just stoned.
If the outcome does happen, we'll have to move on. But the main thing is that we'll still have each other. Our friendship will last forever.
A strong,
I'll be right back.
strong heart. That's well said, Percy. A strong heart for a little engine.
Well, I need him to be brave.
Only look at the small green engine and sighed.
Not that side, like
A few more days went by,
season 5
and
or
by
season
June,
4.
the Fat Controller was able to sort out the financial troubles and help raise enough money.
Whoa, that's cool.
That's his telephone thing.
It looks just like a normal USB cord today. Seriously, maybe it's a close-up of a mod. It's a close-up of a minifigure, like a minifigure, but that looks just like an actual USB-sized cord.
Well, back in 1998 or whatever it was, they didn't exist back then.
Yeah, but that's just so cool. It just looks so realistic right there.
Mm-hmm. Keep
Money
going.
to get the branch line back in full swing. However,
Okay, there's me, and there's Bison. Look, the other guys that are there, they're basically in cosplaying. That's the reason why. Okay.
And wait?
Not that one. No.
Now who's that?
Don't ask me.
I'm thinking of Stacy Jones.
Could be. There's Mary Jamie from Hotel, and I don't know who that girl is, though, but there's Bison and Cammy and Lee.
slowly increased.
Speaking
Okay,
of
that was
Boko.
again an error mistake. That's not good, and unfortunately, yeah.
Oh,
The
okay.
replay that won't take place.
And Percy and Toby were pleased to see that the line was still in operation.
That's a sweet car.
Yeah, Sean always put that in no matter what he did.
I see those. I saw one of those just yesterday. What's this say? Crook and
maybe the
Greenway?
Yeah, maybe the Fat Controller bought that for him.
That's a big. Wait, what kind of brake fan is this? Is this a big brake fan?
Dude, that's Queen Mary.
What?
Yeah, that's Queen Mary.
I'm confused.
That's basically what the brake man was called.
Oh.
Thomas meanwhile
Davis cameo.
thinking about the plan he had set for the next encounter with Timothy's evil spirit.
Doom, doom. And Percy. What's this? Hello, what's this?
I was just sitting down having a break. This was the closest to the fanfic version that I had at the time.
The engine's crew were eating their meals on a small table near the shed.
Wait. What's with Duck's number? Hold on.
That's his real life number in real life. He's
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. I didn't see the number. I never saw the number.
That's the real. There was a real engine with that number, which was the real Duck who's dead.
Oh, okay.
Hey, what day is it?
It's
November
Doomsday.
1st.
Yes, November 1st. Sunday, November 1st.
Thomas's fireman took out his small calendar from his pocket and looked.
My God! What's wrong? My God, it's day of the anniversary of Timothy's accident. That means tonight he's going to come.
Thomas
Disgusting.
Percy and Toby overheard this and gasped.
Just hurt my hand.
Oh my goodness! He'll come running down the line, plunging into the gap, and shrieking like a soul.
Percy. The harmless little character who doesn't use actual big words.
Percy, the Mickey Mouse engine, please.
Oh, shush.
Said the same words that you told me when you first mentioned that story a long time ago, and yet years later you still remember them.
Yes, but Timothy won't come to warn us. He's going to come and take you and send you to hell. That's what he said.
No, he won't. We will defeat him and end this madness. Tonight, we put our plan into action and stop him.
As the sun faded and darkness closed in, the three engines could sense that this would be a horrifying night.
Oh, it's gonna be a fun night.
What's up, Lazda?
The moon was full, and the stars.
Here we go. The scene everybody did a few remakes on.
The fog soon came down, and fast.
Someone actually did a TBS variation of this, not too long ago, which I thought was quite clever.
Thomas,
You know.
Percy, Toby soon split up and waited for the ghost of Timothy to emerge.
This took me a couple. At the time, I was doing this in 2000, and I think this was in early 2015 or something like that. And this was very difficult. I spent about a month and a half putting this together.
Ah, okay.
In edit wise.
Okay.
Percy headed off on the shortcut route to get to the docks.
Yep, he's backing up.
When he got there, his driver and fireman heard a whistle, followed by a sadistic laughter.
And I'm not even scared.
Oh no, it's Timothy!
It's me. Oh no, it's Crazy Night.
And so it is.
And so it is.
There was
God, it's Batman!
So
seriously, when I was like, I can't believe how okay, I don't know why I was so scared of something like this when I was young, when I was little.
I was 5 years of age. That was 5 years ago, mate. How small were you back then?
Well, I'm 16 right now, so wait, 15, 14, 13.
So you're not that little. So you weren't
I was
that
11
little,
years
so
old when I was 11.
So you was just about to become a pro teenager.
I was either 12 or 13 when I first saw this video.
Demented
And
very
very psychotic.
His eyes beaming with red and his zombie-like teeth grinning from both sides.
And funny, he's actually got all his teeth except for one, other than just three little measly teeth tooths.
Behind him.
Well, unless it was a Chris Bell one. Anyway, look, the thing was, in the fanfic version, it was a lot scarier. Like I said, his face was mostly covered in blood. And you couldn't actually see them. In the coaches, you couldn't see them. They were basically like dark. The windows were like thick and black, and you couldn't see in there. Like black, and you could just make out the shadows in there.
Oh,
That's
okay.
the difference. On the day of his suicidal crash, inside them were the shadowy shapes of the passengers that died with him.
And a certain someone.
He wasn't there though.
Full steam ahead, Timothy.
Yeah, I did that. I did that. Yeah, but the controller wasn't even on board, and we will never know who his name is until I can come up with a certain idea for a storyline.
Oh, there's your answer, Brandon.
Yeah, he wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't on board either.
Quick, he's coming after us.
We did that in.
Speed up.
We had to do. We did 2 shots in that at the time. Because that Timothy could move quite fast.
Why didn't you just put him on the second track so that way you could get Percy to speed up?
We couldn't do that, unfortunately. We tried and it didn't work out too well.
What do you mean by it didn't work too well?
Because we tried the shooting and it didn't work out well, you know. And the clip I had at the time kept lagging, so we had to do it this way.
Oh, I just thought he derailed on that corner.
Mm. And of course, that music you hear is from Dusk Megan of Amnesia.
Wow, what a weird name. Dead Engines Walking.
Yeah, that made perfect sense. It's basically like the Undertaker.
You know, it kind of feels like.
What you can't hide.
Oh, hold on, pause.
Yes.
I recognize the line. I believe it was from one of Freddy Krueger's movies. Where you can run, but you can't hide. It's the opposite.
It's not.
It's
hide, real.
But you can't run.
I've never heard.
Hold on, think about it. Every time that a person gets trapped in the nightmare realm, Freddy Krueger tells them to keep running instead of hide. But but if he hides, they hide, he can't find them. Think about it.
Yeah, well, that was to be the case, but it was like a dark twist tone of Diesel 10 singing Thompson the Magic Railroad. That was what
You can run, but you can't hide.
Yeah, but in this case it was much more thick, but this had a bit of a Freddy Krueger tone to it.
Back off! Back off!
Yeah, the engine's working, yeah.
Woo,
Timothy was
keep
working.
back!
There's the original creepypasta face of Timothy right there.
Which was, yeah, oh heavens.
Yeah.
Have you tried making the original creepypasta?
We don't know about the original, like I said. When I did mine was an old extended variation at the time, which is not there anymore. What happened, unfortunately, is the fog rolled in and, yeah.
Oh boy, this again.
Yep, he found himself back on doing it.
Right back on square one.
Back at Crow's Farm Crossing at the time, which I thought it was.
Oi, Square Wheels, try not to hide in the tunnel this time.
Shut the fuck up and get in the coach.
Well, shut the heck up and get in the coach. Oh, this is gonna be a long ride.
I think we lost him.
Really?
You think so? I don't think so.
I don't think so, Scriber.
We haven't lost him.
You're a dead man that ain't walking.
Timothy's laughter came.
Booty. I'm gonna come for that booty.
Thomas always wanted to explore this tunnel.
It was time for Percy to go. He had seen everything.
Now I've learned my own lesson too.
Past Hackenbeak and arrived at the big station where Toby was waiting.
I was confused. Why was Person at Hackenbeck when he appeared at Natford?
Look, at the time I didn't understand the route pretty well at this point, okay?
Oh, goody, look at this.
Another ad.
He's coming!
So I can hear.
The ads are coming, so I can see.
The ads came faster and faster, with blood dripping on their face.
You can subscribe that dude, if you want.
And ordinary aligners, so I could create custom trees.
You can skip it, go up. Look.
No.
Oh, shoot,
you can't skip that one. Also, as I was gonna say before I was rudely interrupted by the ad, yeah, I could clearly tell what you did with this trick, with this. How you got them both to move at the same time.
That weren't me, no, this was when,
Well, however they did. What they did was they just paused the game and then they set the controls to full power at the same time.
Yeah, that's exactly how it works. That's how you get both engines to move.
Yeah, that's what I know, because I've seen that been done with from Nick Boja on his videos of trains.
And hey, don't forget mine.
Everyone does that.
So I can hear.
Yeah, and this is where everybody got a bit awesome, because I used one of my favorite Disney soundtracks, which was on the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
The time is nearing. I should have done where I should have done long ago.
Apparently, in the original fanfic, it was a bit more darker than this.
Oh.
You know how many times I had to redo this whole scene to make it look good from the beginning to defeat? 5 times.
Oh my god.
Yep, Timothy had clearly lost his mind at this point. He was beyond saving.
He looks like the Undertaker.
Not really.
He looks like, dude, I told you, he looks like Freddy Krueger.
Yeah. At this point,
crap.
at this point, he had become Freddy Krueger. At this point.
That face kind of looks like Flowey the Flower.
Goodbye. No,
Yeet.
dang it.
Damn it.
He's no longer following you. I really hate that clickety sound of the train,
As the engines
Z.
continued to fly along, they got turned off onto a different line.
Well, Trains and New
Nowhere to be
Train
seen.
2019 did fix that.
They thought they had lost him, when suddenly they heard him whistling loudly from behind in the distance. But then another whistle was heard.
Leave this to me. Timothy's so messed up in the
The
smoke box that he'll have no idea what's about to happen.
I am not going without taking sword out with me.
Smile to the audience, Timothy. Ching.
And also, I found the original scream from the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Same here.
But actually, it took me a little bit to find it, but I had to find the German version. And this is yet another weird ang face.
Yeah, listen, I tried to do a different shot and it didn't look scary enough, so I had to do it this way. So I made that face back and the guy incorporated it afterwards. And yeah, listen, I had to do the Huntsman scream because I was trying to do multi-versions. I couldn't scream like I could because my throat was bad. And we did 7 different takes of Timothy falling off the bridge to get it looking good, right? And of course, listen, and also the screams they did. The only best ones I could use was from the Furlough scream, which was from the Finnish language version, which at first sounded pretty good, but then I thought the German version was a lot better.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I know this is just going to be stupid because Timothy literally doesn't care, but isn't all that blood that's going basically through his eye, isn't that kind of painful?
Actually, not really. It's kind of...
Yeah, it looks like he popped the blood vessel.
It's not affecting him as much, no.
I know, but in real life, if that were the case, it can hurt your eye.
I know it can burn, believe me. But the thing is with this, he's bleeding in rage.
I know, but still, he should at least be feeling pain.
Well, the more pain he's in, the more pain he's in, the more actual yeah, that's why his eyes are going like red. That's what I mean. The more he bleeds, the better he gets. Originally, I was going to have Thomas killed off in this, but I thought, nah, I'm not going to. I was teasing like he was going to sacrifice himself, but I was teasing the audience there.
And we have Thomas versus
this is the bit where everyone keeps asking me as a joke, where did the dynamite come from? That was from a scene we couldn't put in. I was like, this was the first time I did stop motion shots.
Hold on. The winner is Thomas.
Or in this case, to put this in Street Fighter, you win. Perfect.
I was doing Smash Brothers because I prefer that.
What about this? Fatality.
Fatality.
That was just perfect. Even Thomas when he returned with 3 loved this scene he did. He said it was really awesome how I did it.
Yeah.
You know the effects you can hear there with the burning effects?
Yeah.
The sound? That came from Thunderbirds, by the way.
Oh.
And your death came at the hands of Thomas the Tank Engine.
And that was from a reference to Thor.
I just knew that this had to be done to end Timothy's reign of horror.
Yeah, that was.
How did you get the viaduct like that?
Don't ask me. That was what my mate said. Their special trick.
Yeah, he keeps on telling us that it wasn't him who did that. Kane fan didn't do all this. Somebody else recorded it. He just did the narrative voiceovering.
I know, but that is pretty cool.
Thomas and Toby stayed in the sheds. None of them could even speak to one another after what they had just gone through. Even their drivers and firemen could not get over the night's event as they went to sleep in the workman's hut. This was a night of horror that they hoped to forget forever.
Nah, not really.
Well, the crew hoped they would.
I still can't believe you teased the second movie there with Gordon's deleted scene.
Well, it was a little bit of a tease, at the time, but we couldn't. I guess the director's cut showed what it was going to be.
The next morning, the Fat Controller arrived at the sheds. He had a very mixed expression on his face.
Thomas, Percy, and Toby. I bring some good news about the branch line.
I can't even remember who I had to do the voice of
Captain Nemo, your work here will continue as always. I am also pleased to say that the campaign raising money to fund the line was a success, and now more visitors will be coming. However, last night the viaduct had been severely damaged, and it's broken in half. Major repairs will have to be carried out, and I want you three to help out. This will cause problems with the mainline engines, but I'll find a way to solve this.
The three engines were surprised to see that the Fat Controller did not find out about what really happened. They looked at each other and sighed.
Phew. Yeah, he would never know.
Hey, look, there's actually a barricade.
Repairs to the viaduct took longer
Probably
than
didn't call him
expected.
fat. What?
It would take a year and a half for it to be completed and reopened for the mainline engines.
That makes it worse.
But as the
That
last
was done by David Law.
before the viaduct was scheduled to be reused,
Scheduled.
workmen and railway staff had reported seeing what looked to be a ghost train, whistling fit to burst before it disappeared into the darkness. Rumours and speculations quickly spread, and it wasn't long before the subject of Timothy's ghost was mentioned.
Wait, what was that sound?
Before the subject
That
of
was
Timothy's ghost.
That was from
What?
a Florence Gossman documentary I did when he was in Australia. So
No, I'm hearing an announcement.
that's what I meant. It came from the Florence Gossman documentary video.
Oh.
Ghost was mentioned.
Listen, that was originally, now I think back, that was going to be a tease for Penny's ghost. Or maybe for
Whose ghost?
For Penny.
Penny.
But I wanted it to
Oh.
be like it was to me, like, wait, is it really over? Or is there somebody else that looks like him? You know what I'm saying? So I was kind of, again, teasing, like, is it really over? Daniel,
For a minute, I thought it was a different tank engine, like Charleston.
Yeah, and then, look about that. And then you have this shot here, which was done by Daniel Quinn, who, again, did a good job in filming. Again, Neil, this was one of his last shots he did for me.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
And this is the reason why we see, Timothy and Edward in the Ghost Train 2, because a lot of people remembered this scene and they asked, what would he think, So this was another why I had to shoehorn Timothy in that film, and this is another reason why I could have kept this for a separate film.
Yeah.
But at the time, I felt like this could be cool, because at the time, 5 years ago at this point, people were all doing fun and speculation and with theories about this at the time, okay?
Yeah.
So keep playing.
Okay.
He was surprised and felt the cold chills within him, and said that he had never heard about it before and didn't even know who Timothy was. Edward, who was taking a slow train, had heard everything and puffed away. Hearing about the ghost train story had brought back some old memories that he almost forgot about.
Wait, hold on, I recognize that thing. That was from Kevin McLeod.
And who's that?
Bear.
Okay.
Edward met up with Thomas, Percy, and
Toby,
and told them about his encounter with the ghost train. But his version of it was not the same as the one that many had heard about before, and the three engines were very confused and stuck to their version of the events. Edward, on the other hand, was quite convinced that there was more to the story than anyone had first thought.
Yep, this time Edward's definitely flicking them off because they don't believe his story.
Jesus, why did he call he's giving the mid finger? Jesus, that's
It looks like it.
I was actually looking around and I was thinking, where's he giving the mid finger? And now you spot it coming out of the side of his head. Jesus, that's a little bit gruesome, dude.
Yeah, that was a bit cruel.
Oh, hi, Sir Topham Hat.
When at last
He's just minding his own business.
Hold on. Let me pick him up and There we go.
I'm Kane, survivor.
David Lambert was doing this shot here.
It being reused.
Oh, there's them classic coasters. I don't know where you can find them, but they were used a lot back in the olden days of SO 3D.
Are these those coaches that have the other color side to them?
I'm not sure actually, but they were very popular.
Because if I remember correctly, there were those coaches. They had two different liveries on them.
Yeah, but they're very rare to find now. And again, I used Dusk Maiden of Amnesia, the music. The only difference here, I just put it into a high-pitched tone.
Where will Timothy go now, sir?
Perhaps he'll finally be able to move on. But whatever the case is, he's not welcome on my railway.
Thomas felt the sense of guilt within him, but he knew that he was right and had to agree.
Yeah, what you're trying to see is that apparently the movement and the expression are supposed to go with the writing. That's why he's had to try and stay close to the fanfic as possible.
By the way, how do you get the breakdown cranes to move? Like, how do you get them to operate?
Actually, those are separate models.
Separate models.
Shoot.
What? What boy? Sorry about that. That was my cat.
The controller ordered that a memorial was held in honoring the memory of the victims who died on the night of Timothy's accident. This gave Thomas confidence.
There you are again.
There's me again making my second and official cameo with Garl and Chun-Li. Again, it's people who are supposed to be cosplaying going to Comic-Con, alright?
Okay.
That's the reason why they're there.
He's still out there,
Alright.
lingering around on the line, but as a warning to others, like he used to.
Yes, Thomas, I know you're looking up and you're watching us while we're streaming.
It found peace and could move on and rest in peace.
Gosh dang you.
Dang me? What?
Gosh darn you, Kane fan, you stole my joke.
How was I supposed to know that was going to be the joke? I thought you were going to say it was, why is this lamp attached on the top of my head?
No, I was just going to I just made a joke of earlier because I made a joke. If you guys didn't remember in his last stream, I made a joke about Edward looking up and being like, oh, look, an airplane. So this is kind of his payback.
Yeah, but he's not looking at the airplane, he's looking at us. Beaming in real life.
I'm over here. Nope, over here. Nope.
Hey, look, K-Fan, this is a Sodor.
I was, and there's Titanic in the background, which was not supposed to happen, but yeah, it was just good. But it was done for apparently as a bit of an Easter egg of what was going to happen in one of our future projects.
What do you mean?
That haunted Titanic, you know. But instead of it being the Titanic, we wanted to pretend it was the Olympic.
You mean you could have just said it was the SS Rockstar, which is actually the ship at the Brendan docks.
Yeah. Anyways, keep going.
Crying about him and doesn't talk about his series of encounters with Timothy.
What am I doing in the middle of these boxes?
To anyone. His driver never
Trying to figure out what crate to put next.
Locked away in his mind. Toby, on the other hand, thinks that over time,
this guy is he's just accepting he's just.
Yeah, I just put them there randomly at the time. I didn't know how to put people in, so I used GIMP and just flashed them over. That's what I was doing back in the day. Since I didn't have trains back then.
Will become a distant memory, while still believing that he was once a kind and really useful engine like Thomas.
Now, these montage bits at the end, I really had a lot of fun doing this and putting the ending of it.
An untold story of Timothy was not told as much like it used to, but still. Many people who enjoyed ghost stories would bring up the subject and give their own twists.
Hey, Godred.
No, that's Wilfred.
Oh, I can't tell. I can't read.
How the accident.
I can't read. Look, there's a number 3.
Okay. Jeez, I don't know. I can't tell the difference between the Coldifell engines. I don't know anything about them.
You have to look at them to know who's
eyes.
along with rumors and
Arlesdale.
theories have always been told about how
Rex?
Timothy his terrible demise.
Okay, guys, can you cut there for a sec?
Yeah.
This shot, this shot here in Trivivia, this was actually the last shot we shot in the original, and we did this. This was just about the week before I was about to complete the whole thing at the time. So this is technically the last shot.
Okay.
In terms of screen capping wise, yes, but the last footage of recording is about to come up.
Okay.
We'll ever know
This was the
exactly
last one we did.
he committed such a terrible act in taking.
Now, what you can see there, Bison is just being as usual, but there's Cammy just camouflaging herself so they don't get noticed.
Some Roman say that he has finally let.
Son, I'm not happy with you.
But Dad, no. You'll go to your room. Actually, no. You'll go into the viaduct and you'll clean out the bricks. But Dad, no buts or I'll get the belt.
No butts except yours out of this conversation.
Let go
Yeah.
and moved on.
Right. Go ahead. Oh, jeez, I can't even do it.
Son, you will mop that. You will sweep that, even if it isn't a floor.
What he's trying to do, basically, he's just sweeping the leaves off. Okay.
Okay.
Kind and friendly ghost engine.
Well, the guy on the list is making sure he's reading from.
He had in his life. Wow.
Okay, this here, can you cut there for a sec? This, I have to say this, honestly, this was possibly my favourite shot of the whole movie of Timothy. Like, it was really good, and at the time, I used a brand new smoke effect, and it looked amazing. It looked really scary. This was technically what the creepypastaing was going to look like, and I have to say this was one of the best. And originally, the credits were supposed to end here, but I had a better idea instead.
Okay.
This was one of the best shots I ever saw.
Oh.
Yeah. When the sound of
The only difference was it was supposed to be raining with lightning at this point, but that
rolls in, the sound of his whistle is heard, and he appears, haunting the viaduct and the line.
So what do you think of that fog effect?
I'm feeling his mouth.
Refusing
to
leave.
It's never over until I say it's over.
Dude, you sounded like movie Megatron for that moment.
Yeah, that was just a theory. In real life, I want it to really be over, but
I think there's a copyrighted song coming.
Yeah,
Yep,
but we
it's
also
bet
need to-
on it, and it's one of my favorite songs of all time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I'm turning off. I'm turning off.
perfect.
I'm turning off the volume, so I'm muting the video.
Yeah, but as we can see here, you'll see in the crate box of who was who, and there's a blue.
Hold on, my cat is meowing at me again.
Oh hey, it's you.
Yeah, basically he took the clips at the time, and
Come on, you know what? Okay, that's it. I'm gonna keep the volume muted, but I don't have to worry about an ad because it's just gonna be muted. So.
Sam was really good at doing this music video, and that's what led to this anyway. So anyways, Neil, if you remember watching this, what are your thoughts about this movie in general?
I think it was really good. The creepypasta will be very proud.
I'm not sponsored by any of these stupid things. So.
Listen, Neil's talking.
There we go. Oh wait, it's still copyrighted music.
Yeah, I think it's really good.
Same to our face.
Scotland, Mr. Conductor as Timothy. Innocent.
Yeah,
there we go.
He was an old narrator. Yeah. You're saying, Neil?
As I was saying, you did a very good job of making the film like this, Glenn. Creepypasta will be very proud of you.
Well, I was actually being told that the guy who did it really hated what I did, but I don't believe that. I think he probably would be impressed, to be honest.
Yeah, if he sees this.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's him. Thought it was him. Yeah, in any case, I mean, back in the day, what did you think in terms of like when you first saw it at the time? Do you think it was kind of a usual dark revolutionary type of film that had never been done?
Me?
Neil.
It is sometimes dark, but it's sometimes
Mhm.
good. It's
Oh yeah, Thomas
something
Van
you gotta
Forever.
get used to. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's a very good story.
And there's the no train lover, but not related to you, Mr. Train Lover. So there's actually a lot of train lovers out there, apparently on
I get
because I get confused with who
Yeah.
is who.
Trains,
I will
content,
admit,
models.
yeah, this was really good at the time. I will admit, Sam, the tank engine fellow who did this, was really good at what he was doing, and it worked for what it was. At least it was better than Blade putting the damn locomotion thing that damn Aidan Bentley was putting up, which really pissed me off.
Timothy's model owned by Kane Fan 701 and Thomas Fan Forever, and Light and Coal Production 2015.
Yeah, that was the guy who did most of the special effects that you saw in there.
Edited by Kane Fan 701 and Sam the Thomas Fan too.
Yeah, Sam Fan 2 who did the director's cut, and I did the original. Okay, so that was the agreement we made. So he was my co-partner in this one.
Oh wait, the director's cut.
Yeah, he did the director's cut version for me as an agreement, so everybody can watch it in its entirety of how it was meant to look at the time, okay?
Wait, I need to see that, find that.
That's what we're watching right now.
Oh, okay. Editing softwares, Kane Fan 701's version,
Final
Cut Express, your Sam the Thomas Fan 2's version, there's iMovie. Clips owned by Thomas Fan Forever, Daniel Quinn, Pudge Mountain, Shine Ortiz, Shine Ortiz, Shine Ortiz.
Production is most of the shots you see in there were done by Light and Coal.
Whoa! Oh, that was
listen. He was the one who did most of the original bits and did the privatized model that we would never see again. And we and I are going our separate ways. So he's dead shit to me, unfortunately, because he was a bit of a bad guy.
Voices: Matt 3985 as Gordon, Thomas Fan Forever as James, as him as Henry, you as Edward, Light and Coal Productions 2015 as James's driver and fireman, Pudge Mountain as Henry's driver.
Yeah, Light and Coal Production 2015, and he was known at the time. His real name is Xavier. He's Spanish, but he's a bit of a dick, unfortunately. He's not a good man either. When I first heard what he really was, in the end, he was a bit of a div. Because he would steal a lot of content eventually, as I would find out.
Have you ever get in touch with Sam the Thomas Train Fan and Thomas Fan Forever?
Making sure.
Actually, no, that's his old name now, apparently, because Thomas Fan Forever, he's the German of Solo. That's his real name. He is, his real name's Jerome. But Sam the Fan is a good friend of mine still. But like I said, he was eager to do this version, and then we agreed together, and it worked,
Music owned by
I see.
Mike O'Donnell, Kevin McLeod, and Junior.
What you think in the background is the music video that he was doing, and this is his version of the credits for the director's cut variation of it, and it worked extremely well.
Wooly Bear, NO6 Films, Sudrian Afro. I've seen, heard of him. Robert went. Oh God.
Hold on. Hey guys, hold on.
Listen, the guy there who called Robert NVO, that was the one who did the that music you heard in the Stronghold 2 game.
Oh.
That's him.
And Disney. A Kane Fan 701, Thomas Fan Forever, and Sam the Thomas Fan 2 2015 production.
Yeah, that was 5 years ago, man. I'll remember a lot yesterday. There's some videos that just don't seem to age with time.
And now the song is finally over.
Yeah.
Nope, not yet.
Almost. Here it goes. There we go. Yeah, this was the film that revolutionized what Timothy's popular would be.
And
but we didn't know that it was going to lead to a sequel, though. Oh yeah, there's the. Oh yeah, this was again. I did.
There's you again.
Yeah, there's me making an official appearance on the platform. Anyways, like I was saying, is that in this I got the idea from the Marvel films, like you see in the Avenger movies, and they always do like an ending credit at the end. But I felt like I'd give it a try with this, So this was again a bit of a groundbreaking result.
Oh.
Speaking of Titanic, Len, you're still thinking of creating the haunted Titanic?
I've tried numerous counts to try and work it out, and if Brandon, again, like I said, if he does his version, I won't hesitate to write about it. I actually am going to give it a remake for next year's anniversary. I've tried multiple times, but I've failed because I'm trying to finish off the Forgotten Sister story, which you can see on my DVR, which is about Edward, who knows about the thinking, because we've got the anniversary to get through. Yeah, I'm still going to get, and eventually when I've done that, I eventually might try an adaptation of asking someone to turn my two fanfics maybe, and turn them into a film adaptation for me, you know, in my absence, since I can't make any videos anymore, unless I was there with you guys share screening on Discord to help you do the editing, if you know what I'm saying.
What do you mean by that?
That's how we did. That's how we did back in the day. We used Skype. People would share screen and they would film for me, or use Bandicam or Train or the what's it called again? What's it called again? That other camera?
iMovie?
No, there was Bandicam and
I forget. Oh wait, you mean Keen Master?
No,
I don't remember.
I can't remember it now either. I'm trying to remember.
Anyway.
Yeah, there was another one, right? And then I would watch through them and see what they were doing, and if it looked and if the clip looked good, right, they would send me screen caps as well, and then send it to me, and I would put them in my laptop and put them together, and that's how we did it back then. That's
how old were you when you made this?
Take 5 years back, I was still in my 20s at this point.
Seriously, your voice hasn't changed.
Well, a little bit, because at times it will get different. It will get a little, because I have a high, unique voice accent. I'll talk high pitched, or if I'm in a communication like I am now, my voice will tend to drop into a low tone, because I have a very unusual throat box. Not to mention how now my throat is.
Anyway.
Yeah, but like I said, my voice hasn't changed. Some people will tend to recognize because I have a very distinctive voice.
Look at you. You're just I don't know what you're doing, but you're probably just arguing with his driver.
Not really, no. I'm just basically pretending to just wander around, and Thomas doesn't know I'm there. Like, I'm not really noticeable. But to make it fun, here's to make it funny. Look, behind me, right there, is Station Master Jeffries, and he does.
Of course, come on.
Yeah.
It is Station Master Jeffries to you.
You do realize we're never gonna call you that, right?
Fuck you.
In my personal opinion, I'll be like, F you, Station Master Jeffries. You don't want me to commit murder on you, alright? So
anyway, after this, like
in this case, I'm being Station Master at this point temporarily, since he lost his job.
After this thing ends, we're gonna pretty much do a little skag reel, like just pretend like we have no we're just pretending like we're rewriting.
Now I won't be able to do it, so I got to get going soon eventually. So let's continue going. Right? We've wasted enough time as it is.
Hold on.
I think that this is not the end between us.
Don't worry, old boy. You must have found some inner peace after you put him in his place. Even thought what we did was wrong. We have no choice but to.
I know. But then again, I wonder if Timothy will return to his old self.
Come on, dude. You really want the real answer? It's no.
At the time, people listen. At the time, people didn't know that at the time. Okay, so I was teasing for a sequel at this point.
What's with this? What?
David Lambert did these last shots for me here, as promised, and they're really good.
I'll be back. Even if I have to wait an entire year, I will be back.
Oh my God.
I'm not gonna lie, out of all the laughters I've done of Timothy, that was still to this day my best one. Yeah, that was a sequel. Timothy couldn't be stopped. As he would say later on, you can't kill what's already dead.
It would be kind of weird if the Ghostbusters kind of captured him.
It wouldn't work.
At the lamp.
Wow, guys, that was a really good flashback style, and again, that was a nice double pre-post Halloween party we've had.
Yeah. So, wow, 2 hours and 44 minutes only.
Very close.
But anyway, Brandon, are you still here or are you dead?
He does this every time, unfortunately. It's annoying, I will admit.
I wonder how many comments were there. Wait, what? Who's this? Ice cream truck video war. Seriously? Okay, that's sad. That's sad. You get all the comments and spam, Kane fan, but instead I just get a measly 12 comments.
I hate that. I hate spamming.
But yeah, look, you see that in the chat? That's actually my father who said my name, was talking to me.
Yes, I can tell. That's pretty nice. How ironic. My father was on earlier on and now yours popped in. What a
Yeah,
coincidence.
my dad just, I did not expect that.
Literally, for me, I get 0 comments, or usually 2.
Bull crap, you got some.
No, really, look at my past videos.
That doesn't matter. You'll probably start getting more soon.
That's because you're still new and fresh here, Thomas Tank. I mean, Tank Engine Kid. Sorry, I'm
Train
losing.
Kid. Look, Train Kid. Train Kid, look, he kept calling me Train Kid and not even the right way.
Sorry, Train Lover.
Yeah, well, anyway, if you want to, I guess, because we're only going to do it like once, because I just feel like we could just do like a quick outtake.
Yeah, I am. Don't worry about my hair looking too flat. Just had to wash it. Dad got to give me a helping hand.
Handsomeness, my only weakness. No, I'm kidding.
Handsomeness, oh God, I've not heard that for a long time. That line.
Why not use the T1, E2, and H3's magic kettle to contain Timothy?
That wasn't even his. That was
We didn't think of that at the time, remember? 5 years back, there was no magic lamp existing at that point, remember? I was just being introduced to...
Oh, by the way, I actually got...
That's an idea.
Kane fan. Guess what? I was able to tame Timothy. I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding you. He's right here. Look.
I don't see shit.
Hold on. You can't see me, but he's right here. He's right here, but you can't see him.
You kitty cat?
No, he's right here. That's Timothy. I tamed him.
God dang it, G-man. Now it's really dark. Now I can't see you.
Yeah, and surprisingly, it's not. Surprisingly, it's actually dark out. Other than the kitchen, the living room, the kitchen lights.
Ah, so that's what was banging on to make it look like it was daylight still on your end.
No, actually, what was back there was actually the outside. Was I have a pool area, so.
Oh, nice. Wish I was over there right now having a nice swim in it, because I love that.
Same here. Same here, dude. Besides, I literally haven't got to swim in the pool for a long time, ever since COVID.
There we go.
Yeah, I don't know why. I have a thing.
There we go.
Nice.
Wait.
What?
Oh, anyway, I think yeah. So anyway, it's since it's my channel where everybody but Brandon, since he's not here, we'll just say their YouTube outros. And we'll let the man himself say his first.
I gotta hit the bricks, lads. Any cases, again, this is it's been a pleasure having this celebration, a double celebration, and I'll perhaps plan maybe to do one more, but I might have to wait for 27 days or so before my thing can refresh itself because I'm running short on time on it. Anyways,
You're gonna ask me any questions? You're gonna ask me any questions? Like, what did you think?
Well, I'm going to ask in a second. Just saying thanks for putting me on as well for the audience. Before I go, I've already asked Neil his opinion. Trainkid04, what was your opinion when you first saw the Timothy movie 5 years ago to now, and what do you think of it now, if there's any different perspectives?
When I saw that film, I nearly shit myself. But when I look at it now, I just find it as a classic horror movie.
Instead of crapping yourself, you just want a little toot.
A little toot toot. Yeah. In any cases,
yes, shit. It's for Gordon's poop thing.
Oh.
Come on.
In this case, give a little shit.
Hold on.
Remember, I don't know if you saw that, but that guy on BBC who made that accident, little mistake where he's like, "You'll see a little shite." I mean,
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
I think Mr. Mackey did shit himself I think South Park.
yeah, I mean, like, but anyway, I think, but we've been burning daylight here. We've been burning daylight here.
Okay, yeah, and
Jim,
because it was that train itself, that movie that we just watched was what got me introduced to Brandon himself.
Yeah, Kane fans.
Before I go, Train Lover, I'm going to ask you now. What was your opinion and thoughts about the Ghost Train film today? If you were to compare it now, 5 years later, when you first saw it.
Well, when I first saw it, I think it was 2016 or whatever. I don't remember exactly, but I think
I started filming it in 2014, and I just nearly made it to the date 1 year to the day I started filming the first shot. So it was almost.
Oh my goodness! Oh my gosh, Kane fan! I'm looking at your reflection from my phone. Your face looks more demonic than it does in the actual picture.
How am I that demonic?
Seriously, I can't. I'm not kidding you. Look at it.
How am I that demonic?
I can't barely see it.
I can't see
it's
anything
hard.
on the screen.
I'm gonna take a picture, but I can't. But you look so demonic. Like it shows like your face is like all bright, and you've got like your eyelid. Your eyes are like bright, pitch black.
That's because of the I've got a brand new light thing here bouncing off the screen.
But that's just creepy. My goodness, that's creepy.
Not that creepy. I'm just saying.
No, the reflection is, but you're not. But back to what I was saying though, is that
again, I guess maybe my reflection is good. Maybe it's a good creep out. It's good to keep my eyes in mystery again because you don't know what's going on in my mind.
Yeah, but anyway, continuing on my thoughts. I mean, when I first saw it, because I really didn't watch much of it, because I think I only watched part 7 really. So like I think it's just that. Oh goodness, it's just that. God help me! You're really distracting, aren't you, Kane fan?
No, I'm not that distracting. I'm just trying to make sure I've got my eyes straightened out because I feel like one of them's wonky.
No, your eyes are perfectly fine. I see them. They're normal. They're normal.
All right.
Yeah, they're fine.
All right then. It's just like I'm crooked.
Yeah.
I think after this I might make another stream.
Wait, after this?
Yeah.
It's Streamermania. I won't be on to anyways.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna make I'm probably gonna be coming up next in the next stream. My reaction / review at the same time of the horror on the Cook Ronin branch.
Actually, Train Lover, I'm actually going to do that in my next one, maybe. So that's the reason why I was thinking allow me to do that one. Maybe I might have enough time for that one.
I meant my own opinions and review, pretty much.
Hold on, guys.
Hold on, Mom.
Hey guys, don't forget you already did the Clunchfield curse, so
we have to do 2 dice for
I
that.
did it. I'm in the middle of finishing my stream.
Okay, are you ready to get? Are we? Just give me your final thoughts, and I'll have to pop off.
Mom, I'm. Yes, please. Any goodness gracious, I can't. This is just the worst. Help me, God, give me strength. Brandon, you're back. Where were you?
Brandon, you missed everything.
I was having dinner. But yes, all in all, the Untold Story of Timothy was a success as Boom Goes the Dynamite.
You know what? Forget it. Forget it. I give up. Well, all I'm gonna say is that it's just I see something different. I'll give you my actual opinion tomorrow. He's gotta go.
Take care, Train Lover.
I'll see you, King fan.
All right. Peace, guys.
I'll be right back, you guys. We're gonna still have a little Q&A afterwards, afterwards. So just opinion. So see you, Kane fan.
I'll listen to you guys another time. I'll wait for you in Discord another time. All right.
All right. Yeah, I'll take you out. I'll remove you, or you could just remove yourself.
I'm going to. Yeah, but guys, thanks for inviting me for this one for an extra bonus.
You didn't. I didn't invite you. You invited yourself.
Well, I was just saying. I saw it. I was thinking, I might as well pop in to make it more entertaining. Anyways.
Yeah, it was better. It did kind of improved because I was because it's kind of boring, which is Brandon, and then you suddenly popped up. I was like, oh, this is gonna make it even more spicy.
Spicy, you'll be more spicy, slicey, and I'll roll the double dicey.
I don't get it.
That's not what I was saying. I was trying to make a rhyme with Sorry for
Well,
my
anyway,
take.
I'll be right back, you guys. Brandon, Neil,
Good night,
Trainkid.
everybody.
I'll be right back. Just give me one moment.
Okay. See you guys
I'll
later, and good night, Neil. Good night, Trainkid and
Night,
Brandon.
Glenn. Sleep tight.
And then there were 5.
4.
Well, 5, counting the cellular telephone.
Yeah, pretty much with me, I will leave very soon to get dinner and I'll make my own stream again. Hey, Brandon, you want to join the next stream that I'm doing?
Okay, I don't see why not.
I
And
can't.
hey, who knows, I might feature you again this time.
Okay.
I can't. It's very late.
Well, I hate to cut it short, but I'm gonna have to end it.
See you, Neil.
All right.
I'll be back in a half hour, and we'll just do the gag reel when I come back.
All right.
Yeah, same here.
Well, anyway, each one of you just say your goodbyes, and I'll remove you.
All right then.
Well, until the next time we meet, let's transform and pony up.
Right.
See you. Thank you, Neil.
It's no problem. It's such an honor to be with the one of the legends who created the Ghost Train, the Kane fan, aka Glenn. It's such
it was
a real honor
good.
to meet him. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good having you. Well, see ya.
Yeah. Take care.
Well, it's just you and me, Trainkid. Trainkid? Trainkid? Hello? Trainkid? And your son, Trainkid, either you say goodbye or I'm gonna have to remove you. Well, guys, this has been Trainlover123 signing off, and stay safe out there, and hopefully you guys enjoyed Halloween this year, pardon me. And hope you enjoyed this year's Halloween, and take care, everybody. This is Trainlover123 signing off. All right, cut the tape. Whoops, wrong button. All right. All right, Mom. All right, well, all right, cut the film, you guys. Cut the film.